Hello, everyone, and welcome once again to Fables of Atramen over here on Zatara's Tavern, which is where you are currently. We're going to dive back into the world of Atramen, a land painted onto an empty canvas by gods that aren't around anymore. And it's more specifically into the halls of Wyrmhold Academy, where our hopefuls here will one day rise through the ranks and maybe get a dragon of their own if they can find them. But first off, two people are missing, as you can clearly see. Hugrock's sadly not feeling well. Feel better soon, Swolfie. And Lo, i.e. Fern, or otherwise known as Fern, will be here shortly and later. But starting with the people who are here to my left.
Hello, I am Ruby Griffiths 8 across social media. Here I play our Fae folk, Razz, who is a beast-bound ranger, with my trusty companion, Sir Rupestris. So, animal handling class is super easy for me. It's great.
Yeah, you don't really have to do too much of the hunting that a lot of the other members of your class have to do for the special assignment you got from Finstrel. Unlike Belle, who is possibly already currying favor with a certain someone, would you like to introduce yourself?
Great. Hi! I'm Chelsea. I go by Musicaholic492 on a lot of social media platforms for cosplay, DD, and TTRPG. But today, as our lovely GM has mentioned, I am playing Belle Marwood, who is an Infernus sorcerer. Well, not really sorcerer yet because she doesn't really know how to control her own powers, and she may have walked a little too close to the sun, let's just say, because of where she's at right now. Help!
I'm sure it'll be fine. Nothing bad ever happens in a crypt very far underground and also very far away from the main building of the academy. I'm sure it's fine. You're not the only person underground, however, as we have one other person who's managed to wander deep into the depths of the school. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, that's me, gamejunkiesonline. Sorry, I was adjusting my camera. Yeah, gamejunkiesonline, Junkies or Justin. You can find me on social medias, doing Twitch stuff, YouTube stuff. Sometimes post on Instagram, playing ritual games, and trying to work out sometimes. It's kind of miserable. I am playing our glowing pink mushroom man, Variedawnt. I have a last name somewhere. We don't need to get into that.
Who needs last names?
No one's gonna remember it.
Excuse you?
Yeah, I won't. I don't even remember my last name. Yeah. One of our balls of chaos, glowing mushroom man, powered by death, kind of, sort of, and maybe the little mushroom guy. That could be my pet. I don't know. It probably doesn't work like that, but who knows?
Would that make Gray kind of your pet?
We'll have to look into that at some point.
If he's into it.
Oh God.
I'm sure it'll be fine. Probably the second safest person right now, opposed to the people who are legitimately in the dormitories. Up next.
Hi, I'm Kristi. I play Oriana, the Qatari wizard, who is currently in the library doing research, as is, I think, probably every session since we've actually arrived at the school, pretty much. And she's taking notes on her new graduate student project, which is actually making a bestiary with Finstrel, with all of the notes that she's gathered, and that's her new pet project. So she's working on that and contemplating what kind of creature she's going to try to make friends with.
Gathering what information you can throughout the library to muster yourself a solid and fully all all the words are failing me tonight. That's a good sign for the beginning of the night that my words are already failing me. Compiling a lovely archive of the beasts of Malwick. We ended with Variedawnt down below. Hugrokk up and asleep after hanging his prize from the large beast he destroyed last session. But first, I do believe that there's a little bit of an intro we gotta listen to. So here we go.
Oh yeah, intro.
Last time on Fables of Atramen, we went to history class where our students learned much about the original creation of the world of Atramen, from the Inkpot gods to which ones did what, as well as getting some of their own answers, some of their own questions answered in the process. Finstrel came, saving you from Erdney's rantings, and took you away to the vivarium in the outer field surrounding the main building of Wyrmhold Academy. There, they taught you and talked to you of a special bit of homework to go and find yourself a beast companion to practice the rituals and the training tactics of the Dragon Riders on something and form a pseudo Dragon Rider bond of sorts with one of the many creatures that wander around Malwick Island. That ending rather eventfully, with Hugrokk dashing out before the others, following only one in the form of Hilda. He didn't get too far before a towering beast with large moose-like antlers comes charging down, towering about 30 feet tall. And through a little bit of battle with the help of everyone involved, the beast was felled, Hilda was saved, and floated gracefully down thanks to the wings of Razz and a little bit of magical oomph from Belle. We ended with the party once again splitting up. Oriana heading off to the library, Variedawnt wandering around the academy, just getting a heading for where everything is. Belle wandering off to the woods to pursue her original plan. Thank you, Jesse, for this description. Speaking of Belle. And Razz... Oh, and a hype train. Wow. And Razz and Hugrokk taking a rest in the dormitory. Flo still unknown and unseen, and staying behind in the original history class with Erdney. I think the best place to delve in will be back beneath the school. Deep underground. The sound of a sliding door and Variedawnt cast in darkness, but not fully, as the slight glow of his iridescent but bioluminescent body casting light shadows as in front of you in this 3-foot wide stairway by 5 foot tall, so you're kind of hunched over.
Okay.
Ahead of you is a stairway, one going up and one going down. And on your hand is a bouncing, happy little kind of off-white color spore. Large hat, beaming grin, and his two black hole void-like eyes just looking up at you, kind of bouncing up and down, looking at you expectantly. What would you like to do, Variedawnt?
Well, little buddy, which way is more exciting? You wanted me to. You're taking me on an adventure. Which way do you think?
You see, kind of can't type it. So kind of paces around on your hand back and forth, making very determined steps. One of his little kind of, they're almost like stick figure arms. They don't have hands. They're just like little nubbins, like little fungal fibers that come off the sides. Reaches up and kind of taps his non-existent shin. And looks up towards you and then back towards the stairway. Points to the one down. Crouches down and kind of goes. And then points to the right one. And stands up straight and kind of goes.
So, sneaky going down, adventure going up. What is sneaky?
What is sneaking? Like in... What are all these sounds happening? Apologies. Continue.
So D&D brain was like, what's stats?
Well, stats go with... I opened Demiplane. Where did it go?
That'd be agility, probably?
Yeah.
I think it's finesse.
Oh, yeah, hide. Yep.
Apologies. I thought I had this open
I don't
already.
have
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Oh, I did.
agility.
It's just randomly in a different...
Then again, I have the Underborn thing, so I have... It's definitely shadow or low light. So I'll have advantage in hiding stuff. So let's go down. Down seems fun.
All right. Down it is.
Where are my d12s? Gotta get those out. There we go.
I'm sure that'll be fine. So roll your finesse check for me.
Oh, yes.
Using any abilities that you deem fit the situation, if you wish, you can spend your hope and delve beneath.
When you're in a low light area, heavy, I just have advantage rolls to hide. Okay. Advantage is a d6, correct?
Yes. Advantage is a d6.
These are both 12s, right? Yes, 12s. Oh. Okay, so that's a 12, 13 with hope.
13 with hope. Take your hope.
And I'm full on hope.
Nice. Venturing forward, you delve further into the darkness. As you get closer to the stairwells themselves are old and honestly more well-worn than what you would expect for a secret passage. The stonework, about a foot long stones, foot by foot and a half, so large, heavy stonework make up the stairs and walls. The stairwells themselves are just as thin as the hallway you're in. So 3 feet, you kind of have to like turn to your side to walk down, your broad shoulders scraping along the heavy stonework, which as you go down, your light cascading and casting shadows down. The small sporeling is just kind of marching in time with you. And
Love it.
I need you to give me a couple rolls as you wander the essential labyrinth that you explore into. You can roll with advantage because you're being guided by the little sporeling. What I need you to roll is... I need you to roll a spellcasting roll.
That's agility.
And you can use your I See Dead People experience if you so wish.
Sure. Spend those hopes.
I can't believe you named it that still. That's incredible.
Right? I need to think of something else, but it works.
It works.
No, it's perfect.
It's not
I see dead
trademarked.
people.
It's not trademarked. They can't trademark a phrase.
We could get away with it, right? Right, we could get with it. Yep,
we
HR
can
says we
trademark
could
it.
get with it.
Okay, that's a 7. 3, so that's 10 plus 2 is 12. Plus agility, that's 14. Plus I see dead people, so 16.
16. Very nice.
Math is hard.
There's a few times where you're about to make a turn, and either the sporeling kind of goes, and you stop and turn and go the other way, or you stop, and it's almost as if wisps of images from explorers' pasts
Ooh. Oh.
kind of pause for a moment and look around as if there's a wall there, and not moments later, a wall slides out and into place, and you very quickly realize, I say quickly as it's probably been about a half hour of wandering at this point, these halls are shifting, and this
Okay.
labyrinth has islands.
Sorry, say that again?
And this labyrinth you're in has islands. So,
Islands, okay.
like,
I thought
wall,
you said eyelids.
Like,
I was like,
oh,
hold on.
eyelids. Oh, no. That's the other campaign.
Yeah.
But you managed to avoid it, and eventually you walk into a large, almost cistern-style room. Oval, cylindrical in shape. There's a large pit that delves down out of your view below, and then it kind of goes up into darkness, but you don't know how high it goes above or below. There's an outer ring that walks along, and you can see 3 more exits in this room. There's one that goes straight on across from you, and then one on either side of that, or up or down, if you want to test your luck.
Oh, like down the pit. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you put that option in front of me.
Oh
You've
no.
already jumped off one cliff and it was fine.
Well, little buddy, you care for going for a ride? Yeet.
Did you jump?
Yeah, like I do a little hop and just like kind of slide on my butt.
It is a straight down pit, just
Oh.
so you know.
Okay, I
Oh,
thought
no.
It was like a cistern pit into black. But
yeah, fuck it, YOLO.
as you jump in,
Like one of those shafts from Stardew Valley in the mines.
you know what? I'm gonna say gain a stress
Okay, fair enough.
as you jump and you fall. And just silence. And it gets to the point where it gets just to the point where the upheaval in your stomach settles out and you just barely lose the sense of your falling. When the cylinder you're falling down opens up into a wide open cavern, and you can start hearing the drips and of stalactites into dripping down water into water, which is lucky for you, as I do need you to make a agility reaction roll though.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
sadly,
well,
this isn't Zelda,
well,
and not all water
little
just
buddy,
magically
we've
saves
been
you from a
falling
tall
for-
fall.
Oh god. Okay, agility roll.
Yes.
6 and ooh, that's 11. Oh wow, I'm rolling hot with hope today.
Nice.
Um.
This is a reaction roll, so no hope, but
17.
still.
Oh yeah. 17, 18, 19 total.
Nice. Catching it at the last second that there's water beneath you, you change this position of your body to plunge into the water. You still, I'd still say you take 1 hit point of damage as you crash into the water, because you still sustain a little
Yep.
damage just from the height of which you fell.
That's
But you plunge, get up, and you look around. Do you have? I guess we decide this. There is no like specific dark vision.
Yeah.
Oh no, you have low light living. When
Yeah,
you were in an
and I
area of
also
low light or
found
heavy
glow.
shadow, you have advantage.
Yeah.
Right. So I
We
feel
can
like you
talk-
can see. We kind of like talked about it a little.
We
bit
talked about it a
before.
little bit. We could solidify later, but I think
Yeah.
most creatures, aside from like one or two, don't have it. But
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
Wonderful.
Yeah. That's
Make
Well,
a
go back and watch that video.
make a instinct check or instinct roll for me. Not a check, just a regular roll. So you can gain hope and fear
I got
with it.
+1. Okay. Man, the dice are with me tonight.
I can fix that.
So 16 plus instinct, 17.
17. You look around and you see just the tiniest little red flame kind of flickering off in the distance, probably a good 50, 60 feet. It's a little bit of a swim. I'm going to spend a fear.
Okay.
As at the same time you notice that light, you feel a little kick against your foot.
Is there land in any direction?
The closest land you
Or
can
is it
see
all-
is the land that's out by the light in the
By the
distance.
By the light? Okay. I guess.
It seems like you've classically fallen out of the ceiling and landed in the very center of an underground lake cavern.
The something that brushed my foot, did it feel heavy or sturdy?
It felt pretty sturdy. It was a solid knock.
So it wasn't something small. Okay. Oh boy. I think I'm gonna make my way towards the light slowly.
Okay.
Slowly seems smart.
Like stealthily, slowly.
Sure, yeah, let's go with that.
All right. So then make a finesse roll with advantage because of your low light living.
Finesse, okay.
Oh, I didn't realize that gives you advantage on perceiving details and investigating in low light as well. That's fantastic.
Oh, nice. Okay. Well, that's the first fear roll for the night.
Oh, thank you. Spend a
But
fear,
that
get a
is
fear.
a math. 10 plus 1 plus 5. 16.
16.
Jeez. I don't
Okay.
know
so
why
not
that was hard. This was a finesse roll, isn't it?
Yep,
Finesse.
finesse. So sneak roll, essentially. Finesse.
Yep. So just 16.
Okay. Feeling whatever it was that knocked against your foot, you try to, as stealthily as you can, swim across the lake towards the lantern. Unfortunately, humanoid-shaped things aren't the most graceful and silent swimmers.
And one that glows.
Especially one that glows and is quite broad. So it's not long before you feel another knock and another. They don't seem to be. You don't feel any pain. They're not trying to pull you or anything, but
Okay.
it does seem that it seems as if whatever lives in this lake knows you're here.
If it doesn't seem hostile, I will just keep making pace or keep making at the same pace towards the lantern or whatever
Perfect.
the light is.
If you could make a strength reaction roll for me, please.
Strain. It's my worst one.
Oh no, I'm scared.
Oh! I crit.
Nice.
Double success.
Thank God.
Which is
Oh,
good.
jeez.
Because as you push through, you start feeling your energy. The swim is taking more out of you than you were expecting. As you pull yourself up onto the hard slate ground, kind of grabbing onto a stalagmite and pulling yourself up. You turn around and look, and there is a pool noodle size snake-like, worm-like creature that has attached right above your boot, and there's two more. And they are large, and as you look at them, they kind of... You have garnered 3 giant leeches, my friend.
Normal leeches,
Giant leeches.
but they're not combined with anything else that we know of.
Not that you know of, no.
Okay.
Besides their size, they seem large.
Sure,
They
sure.
seem a little larger than normal ones. But every time they kind of, you feel your strength weaken,
Okay.
and you
I got 3 on me.
and there's 3 on you, and you understand pretty quickly that you should break them up.
Yeah. How close am I to the light, to the fire?
There's probably another like 20 feet to the torch on the wall, and you can see it from this distance. That like it, you can't quite tell if it's fully joined to the wall, but it is like a heavy metal torch that is imprinted, and now there's a little bit set back. There's a door that seems to lead into something else.
Okay. Shoot. So my first thought was to run towards the flame and try and just like burn them off, but I don't think they work like ticks, where the heat will just make them back off. So I guess I'm gonna just try and attack the giant leeches.
All right,
to
make
get
your
'em off
attack
of
roll.
them. Right. It's like, how do I do that again? I add my agility.
Oh.
An 8 with fear. No, a 10 with fear. I got to add a bonus.
That does hit its difficulty marker. Take that fear, and then it does. As you lash out, you make it so roll for damage. What attacked you? Because you're using your like glowing spell rings, right?
Uh-huh.
How do you attack the creatures?
So I'll just kind of like just bat at it, and like about that much space before my hand actually makes contact, the like spiritual energy will like buffer.
You go slap it.
Yeah.
Understood.
Yeah.
Go slapping the leech, roll for damage.
Oh, not good.
Go slap.
6.
Go slap. It's fine. 6.
6.
You go
I
slap.
don't know why I'm struggling with simple math today.
That's okay. You go slap. I was struggling with simple words before. You go slap the leech, and even though you don't do a lot of damage, it detaches and wriggles and springs around and eventually tumbles back into the water, leaving 2 more. However, with the fear you rolled, gonna need you to make another strength reaction roll for me.
Yeah. Yep. Wow. Okay. I just kept critting on that, but it was 2 2s.
2 2s. Hey, there we go.
Oh, thank God. Dante,
feel-
keep going.
You feel another pulse against your legs as the leeches try to drain you more, and you feel your strength kind of get sapped momentarily before you fight back on the leeches. Now knowing how to conquer the leeches, they're not very hefty. You can easily whack the other 2 off and kind of kick them back into the water. The sound of them splashing echoes around the vast chamber you're in. From where you're at, especially backlit where you are, the lake just stretches in front of you, and you're used to being underground, but you still kind of get that uneasy feeling as it just spans out into endless darkness in front of you, with one light and one singular door behind you.
I'll just walk up to the light and just kind of hold little buddy up to the torch to warm him up and dry him off a bit.
The sporeling pops
Before
out
we-
of your shirt collar and like wriggles out of your sleeve, shakes itself off, and it dries off.
Yeah, sorry about that little guy, little friend. But it seems like we're in the clear for now. Once you're warmed up, though, pat my finger and we'll head through the door.
And we will pat as you open the door. We'll switch, leaving you and heading back to the school. Oriana, you make a knowledge roll for me. Valerie rolled 2 2s.
That is 14 with hope.
14 with hope. You gather a decent amount of creatures for your bestiary. To name but a few. Let me open up. Here we are. To name but a few, you have the Leo bear, which seems to be a snow leopard mixed with a bear. You have the names seem to have been disputed, but it seemed to be a scarab beetle that was mixed with some form of hoofed quadrupedal beast. Some people argue that it's mixed with a boar. Some people argue that it's mixed with more of a feline-esque because it has a long barbed tail at the back. But it seems to be a quadrupedal hoofed scarab beetle, so heavily armored, kind of charging mount of sorts. And last but certainly not least, the Bagolin, which is a mixture of a badger and a pangolin.
That's terrifying.
Mm-hmm. It has the armored scales of a pangolin, but the body size of a badger, but it seems to have grown a bit larger than a traditional badger, averaging out about the size of a like a wolf cub almost, or like a bear cub. More bear cub than wolf cub. It has heavy canines and hefty armored razor sharp claws, and then a tail that just says hits like a trunk of a tree. There's also mentions of something called a moss kitten, but those are more, they seem to just be kind of referenced, and it doesn't seem as if anyone has observed one enough to get any actually good notes.
Sorry, was that a moss kitten
Moss.
or a moth?
Moss. M-O-S-S kitten.
That just sounds really cute to me, I'm not gonna lie. Though I guess moss, well.
If you try to tell me moss is not adorable, we're going to throw fists.
You just need to start carrying around a
I
mixture.
guess I just don't touch a lot of moss. I don't know. I guess.
There's some really
I feel
good
like I
soft
have an
moss.
immediate mental image of what a moss kitten is, and it is, yes,
It's
adorable.
adorable.
It's a spaghettito. It's the
Okay.
Pokemon
All
cat.
right. Let's find a moss kitten out in the wild,
it.
and you'll convince me.
You know what? That's on the list officially.
Okay. Finding a moss kitten on the list. Perfect.
Okay.
So we just need a fire kitten, and then we have a cat of all four elements. Because there's a shark cat, the Tressum, which is an air cat,
Oh, that's true.
and then plant cat.
Fire cat.
It's fine, it's fine.
If I cast fireball, does that count?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's true.
That's what it evolves. It evolves.
Yep. Oh my gosh, this is the other version of the evolution of the ice cat, moss cat, fire cat, shadow cat, light cat,
Cats
Long
are-
ago,
cats are the
before
Eevees
kittens
of
lived
the
in
world.
harmony,
and Eevees.
until the fire kittens attacked.
I do have a wild flame spell. Just
Oh,
saying.
love it.
Is there anything else Oriana would like to do in the library of Wyrmhold Academy before going somewhere else?
I think she would be taking these notes down and is planning on at some point going back to the I forget what it's called already, where the Finstrel's office basically is, and kind of going through his notes and things too. But I don't think she would be doing that yet. I think she'd be organizing her own notes and all of the references and cross references and everything, so she knows where to find the books again. She'd reshelve the books or help the dogs reshelve the books, however that would work, because everything has to be in order if you're going to find it later.
Mhm.
And I think if I remember correctly, she was actually up on the second floor,
Mhm.
and she might, I think, would probably kind of try to peruse the books that are there that are among the ones that are like not supposed to, like, part of the reason why that area is like restricted,
Mhm.
just to see kind of what the topics are, what the books are like, if they're like that big red book that had that kind of rambling dialogue, or if they're more reference books, or they seem like they're journals of people, just to kind of get a sense of what's up there.
All right, make another knowledge roll for me. You can use your quick learner if you wish.
Okay, I will definitely do that.
Or fast learner.
Fast learner, yep. That's 13 with fear.
13 with fear?
Yep.
All right. You spend a decent amount of time looking at the books up here. You kind of grab one that has a deep purple cover made out of some sort of soft, like lambskin leather, and you open it up. It's in a language you don't recognize that's different than the one that's in your book. It seems to be more, well, the language in your book is a bit more rigid and feels like it has a very heavy weight to the iconography. This one is much more fluid and whimsical in the writing. The writing in this one also is, it's very instantly noticeable that it's written vertically instead of left to right, so top down. You flip through this one, and every so often there's a drawing of either, there's drawings of different creatures, or it seems as if landscapes around. And then you flip one more and you see a drawing of what looks to be a kind of like a family portrait of sorts. It's in the very bottom of a page, so the text kind of border it in a very rough semicircle on the top. And from what you can see, my notes will work with me. Here we go. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There seems to be 5 figures in this family portrait, and then one larger figure behind them that doesn't have, that seems to just be kind of made of scribbles that have been smudged with a finger and then partially erased. And as you look at this, if you could make a knowledge reaction roll for me.
Math, man. 15.
15. You look, the longer you look at this family portrait, it seems as if your focus gets a little absorbed and the figures move slightly, kind of almost replaying the couple of seconds before and after this drawing was finally finished. And you just see them shift, and the one in the center turns behind and seems to be yelling at the figure behind them, while the figure on either side kind of lean forward and shake hands for some reason in front of the figure that's yelling at the person behind the back. And the final two on the very ends, one looks off to the right and kind of crosses their arm and looks off into the distance, while the other turns to the two shaking hands and kind of does kind of the waggling finger motion. But what you notice more is the figure in the back, and it fills your stomach with this sharp kind of pain, and your eyes lock in and get pulled into this deep burning red of two eyes that are staring from the smudged out shadow behind them. At the very last second, with that 15, you pull yourself out of it in the book and kind of close the book. But and you kind of come back to your senses.
Well, that kind of explains why these might be off limits. Interesting. Did I recognize any of the figures? Did any of them look familiar in any way?
Make a knowledge check with disadvantage.
Disadvantage. That's a crit.
Amazing.
That was actually 3 2s. All of them were 2s.
Incredible! Wow.
Absolutely fantastic. Okay.
Is that like a double crit?
I'm not sure.
I feel like
Does it work that way if
I don't-
it's disadvantage?
It feels like it's like the 2 nat 20 situation a
Right.
little bit. Let's be real.
Oh,
That's a little bit.
That's probably the best way to compare it. It's like, no, this is supposed to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Your mind thinks back to your lesson earlier in the day of Cassian and Roas, Liker, Argus, and Remsen, the 5 Inkpot gods. Cassian being the oldest and hypothetically the tallest. Liker and Roas being the second and third, possibly on the ends. And then the 2 youngest, Argus and Remsen, being the troublemakers in the front, agreeing to some unknown deal or a bet made between the 2 of them in response to the central one yelling back at the shadow figure. You and then you think back to the information you've already thought of the author prior. And with that crit, you make the connection between the shadow figure and the author, or the hypothetical father of the Inkpot gods, and a possible disgruntled eldest son turning behind and yelling at his maybe less than most loving father.
Interesting. I will put that book back and remember where it went. And I can't remember. Did the author came up when we talked about the quill, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And like the author in general is like a very kind of figment thing in the mind.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like the author is kind of like how in Christianity Lilith kind of exists, where like some people are like, oh yeah, of course Lilith existed, and some people are like, yeah, no, Lilith didn't really exist.
No, that didn't actually happen. Yeah.
That kind of
Okay.
thing.
So it's one of those like controversial, some
Mhm.
people might believe it, some people don't. There's no proof one way or the other,
Exactly.
et cetera, et cetera. Okay.
And the proof that is there, the people who have clung to it, they're clinging on to very little information. It's just like a few reference here. Some people even argue that the author was just another name for one of the Inkpot gods that they just used in different subsects of their worshippers used it in different ways, and it's just caused confusion. And then some people are like, just like, no, it's the dad.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Yeah.
I think seeing that or thinking about that and remembering that conversation, though, I think Oriana, first of all, is like, got another language to learn. This is just too much to learn at once. I guess I've got years to work on it, I suppose. And I think would go try to find Lo
okay.
to talk about the quill and see if anything else has come up, or just to chat more about where he found it or where they found it.
Perfect. Closing the book, putting it back to where you remember putting it. you descend the ladder and venture off to find Lo somewhere in the school, and someone you haven't seen since history class earlier that day.
I think she would get to the bottom of the ladder and go, where would he? Was he an animal handling? And be very confused and like kind of stop there for a moment, and then go off to try to find them.
Honestly, same. Because I was just thinking, like, was Lo actually experience everything, or
Yeah.
was Lo not there the entire
Lo stayed
time?
behind.
She would be like, yeah, she would very much be like, I'm gonna go find Lo. Where am I going to go look for them? Where are they even? And then be like, well, yeah, I guess I'll start looking.
Yeah, it's like when you have that one friend that never shuts up, and then it's like, yo, it's
Wait,
been
it's
quiet
too
for like
quiet.
2 hours.
Yeah.
Where'd it go?
There hasn't been enough chaos
Oh.
lately.
Yeah.
I have that with one of my players at my table. when he doesn't speak for a long time, it's like, what's happening?
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Where'd he
I
go?
think
Where's our
It
psychopath?
would be very. I don't think Oriana's noticed they weren't there until that very moment of like, I want to talk to Lo.
It's been a busy 24 hours.
Yeah.
School, man.
Yeah. So she'd probably start in the dorms, I guess. Or actually, history's the last time she saw them. So she would probably go down to the history classroom
Okay.
first, even though that was hours ago.
You venture your way towards the history classroom. As Razz upstairs, Hugrokk is passed out. He had a conversation with you about the level of cleaning he would like his new trophy to receive, and then promptly passed out from, taking down a giant beast that day. What would you like to do, Razz? As Rupestris has just kind of been a mix of cuddling with you and then running and playing with things. He's grabbed like Hugrock's boot and chucked it, and then like chucked it back and then ran back to you.
A lot of it is just spending time with Rupestris at the moment, like partially because like it's homework right now, and partially because it's Rue.
Do you? Well, actually, let's see. I guess it hasn't been long enough yet, unfortunately.
No, it hasn't been enough
For
time
the-
because it
For
was
the ring.
8.
Yeah, 8 hours. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it'll honestly, for you, it'll happen like in the middle of the night.
Mm-hmm.
You're capturing,
Yeah.
bonding with Rue. Just make a little. I'm gonna have a little roll for
Like a kind of animal handling-esque role.
Yeah, I'm gonna see Ranger's focus. Make an instinct roll for me, 'cause I feel like that would be. Make an instinct roll for this one, for this time, and you can do it with advantage because it is Rue. It is Rupestris. You can also spend a hope and use your ranger's focus if you wish to.
My ranger's focus.
Spend a hope and make an attack against the target. Oh, never mind.
I'm like
That's
I'm
an
like,
attack
that's
thing.
an attack thing.
Sorry, I read that wrong the first
I don't
time.
remember having that sort of thing. So that's a 12 with fear then.
12 with fear. I will take that fear. I am now back full to fear.
No.
And
No,
12
we
and
want to hear.
12, you said?
Yeah.
There's a moment where Rue gets full crazies and just his little corgi butt is whirling around. He jumps on top of Hugrock's chest, and Hugrokk kind of like bolts up and sends Rue flying. When the Rue kind of lands and skids, Hugrokk passes out again.
On which case of having the crazies, Razz will saddle up Rue, get on all of his leather armor, and we're going to go for a ride around the grounds because clearly my herding breed needs to get some energy out.
He needs to go walkies.
We go do some walkies. Razz and we are gonna go for a walk around the grounds.
All right. You go for a walk with Rue around the grounds. Is there anywhere in particular you would like to focus on, or are you just kind of letting Rue guide you around?
A lot of it's staying fairly close
Okay.
to the building right now and trying to get a better lay of the land, like around
Amazing.
the initial. Maybe like also keeping an eye out for like different entrances and exits of the school as well.
Okay. Make another instinct roll for me. To perceive or sense and navigate.
Crit double 12.
What is with all these Kristenites, excuse me? Congratulations. With that, you...
It's because Hugrokk and Lo aren't here, so it has to divvy out everyone.
Go to somebody
The
else.
luck is spreading out to the rest of the...
No, watch it go to everybody else is beside me. Belle's gonna be the battle charm. I just guessed that already.
You dash out and down the stairs, kind of... Rue loses balance at the last kind of two and just kind of butt bumps down the final two stairs of the Wyrmhold Academy, dashes out the dining hall. You see Hilda at one point and just goes... just dashes past. She kind of chases you for a moment, but then gives up as Rue is far too fast for Hilda. Dash out the back door of the dining hall and into the large surrounding field that... field and hilltop that Wyrmhold sits on. You see the towering mountains behind. The cool night air is drifting down as it is essentially just after sunset now. A cold mountain breeze wafts down from the mountain, ruffling up your hair and fluttering your wings on their own. You hear it rustle the pine trees that kind of border the very outskirts of this field you're in. There's fireflies that kind of in and out around you, dancing between the tall grasses. It seems as if Erdney, or whoever takes care of the lawn and gardens of Wyrmhold Academy, has made it so the initial 30 feet immediately around the academy is pretty well maintained mixture of like clover and various wild grasses and things like that. But after that 30 feet, they've just let wilderness kind of live in its wildflowers and tall grasses waving back and forth. And then behind about 40 feet of that is the tree line that delves into the woods and delves into the mountains. While in front of the academy, as you kind of circle around, running through these tall grasses, you run past the outer patio that has these thick columns and open terrace roof that has twisting vines. You can see the flowers on it are currently closed as the absence of the sun. You run around and see the rolling grounds that lead out to that bridge, the Bailey part of this Mott & Bailey style castle construction of Wyrmhold Academy. The grasses bordering the outer edges, as it is a fully enclosed area besides the mountains behind. You arc back around, kind of pausing for a moment in the front to look at this and the bridge beneath, and you can see the moon is just barely peeking above the forest line and casting. You can kind of see the reflection of, there's a small of the river that the bridge goes over. You can see the moon reflecting on that, casting shadows across the birds that fly over the forest, and ever in the distance you can see it shimmering on the ocean. As you remember that you are, in fact, on an island, you also notice that there's a landmass that wasn't there before.
Oh, have we not figured out that the island is moving again?
As you are reminded of the legend of the roving island of Malwick, and it seems as if it is true, as even in the few days you have been here, you have moved location and seem to have shifted closer to the northern shore of Drea Call currently.
Oh, interesting. Never been to Drea Call before.
You turn to look back towards the mountains. And something else catches your eye in the top left floor of the building. There is a light, a blue, different than all the other lights you see. All the other lights you've seen in Wyrmhold Academy have been natural lighting, candles, torches, lanterns, things like that. There haven't been any magical lighting, and this is the first time you see a blue flame. Solid and
Could I tell
unwavering.
what room it's coming from?
With that crit, you absolutely can. As remembering back to the orientation and the tour you got, this seems to be coming from Erdney's window. Yes, my failing who can fly.
Spit it out, come on.
Fly up and go spy on Erdney? Why would I do that?
Would you like to make a finesse roll for me? Yeah, make a finesse roll for me.
Which no one wants to do
It's like, are they gonna say no? Is she gonna say no? No, no.
You are a moth, and it is a flame.
That is so true. Drawing a moth to a flame. Oh, come on. Gotta give Dante some sort of inspiration for that or advantage, please.
That's
Please,
good. You
fire
can
tonight.
absolutely 100%. You can take a. I forget what it's called in Daggerheart, but take an inspiration. You can get a reroll.
All right.
I forget what they're called. A
We'll
heroic
find out
inspiration in the
after break.
game.
I'm going to use my inspiration from the last game
Oh,
and
yeah.
do a reroll.
That's fair.
Speaking of inspiration,
So better or worse?
see, now it's with hope, but the roll itself is worse.
Okay.
Ah,
What is
7.
7? Okay.
at least it's hope. And it's not fear, right?
I don't think there's anything I can add to it, and I can't even take the hope, which is kind of annoying.
Oh, you fall in hope too?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, everyone is. Jeez.
I mean,
My experiences are kind of.
once per session, you do have the fairy ancestry thing, Luckbender, where once per session, after you or a willing ally within close range makes an action roll, you can spend 3 hope to re-roll the duality dice.
I forgot about that because I was waiting to do that during combat.
Oh, it can be whenever. It's any action roll.
Yeah.
It's essentially you have the luck feat. Essentially,
Yeah.
you just
which
gotta
is-
spend.
that's
You just
really
gotta spend
cool.
your three hope.
And that's a fate thing?
Yeah, that was. This is why I have. This is why the book is useful, so I don't have to roll on my deck. Just like hold the dice on. Use the roll book.
Use the roll book.
Oh no!
The dice say no. That's a
Oh
5.
no.
no.
It doesn't say you have to. You doesn't say you have to keep it, so you can keep the highest one.
The 7 with hope. Sure, we'll keep the 7.
I feel like I
Well.
failed you, Ruby. I'm sorry.
I mean, they're my dice.
You fly up. See, but here's the thing: there is such a thing as a contested roll. Okay. We'll use your same. Actually, make another instinct roll for me. Just get a view of looking in the thing, in the window. Because I feel like this is a new one. We can't rely on that crit anymore.
So hard here, and it's like no.
You used a lot to try to get that to work for you. Oh, that's better.
The 15 was
15.
fair.
Okay. So
It's better. It's better. Not fear. It's
you
better.
fly up and take a look, and you do see that this does seem to be some sort of magical light. As you fly up to the window, it's this tall bay window, probably about 4 feet tall, made out of 8 individual panes of glass. And in the center pane of glass, in the center part of the bay, there's a candle that's probably about a foot tall, perfectly white wick with just a blue flame. And you can see in the candle there's carvings that seem to glow and pulse from the bottom up in a spiraling around the candle. And then as the pulse hits the flame kind of, every time before the pulse happens, it seems the flame dims just momentarily before that pulse kicks in and relights it. Seems to be an ever-burning flame of sorts. What you see behind with
Was
that,
it on a candlestick at all, or is it just like?
yeah, it's on kind of a candle holder, so traditional wide plate with the single finger handle, and then kind of comes up and holds the candle. Nothing fancy, nothing grand. The candle itself is fancier than the stand it is in. With that instinct check, you look past the candle, and it's hard to see at first before your eyes adjust. But you see for the first time a glimpse of Erdney's abode. And it fits probably how you would imagine it looking. A little disheveled, papers on every desk, books piled in corners, a large armchair in front of a fireplace. Above a fireplace, a painting, life-size, of Erdney, and what looks to be a woman. Same height as Erdney, maybe a little taller. Bronze horns that arc up and back, pale lavender skin, white hair, wearing a very simple black leather top that seems to just it's sleeveless with golden clasps and kind of asymmetrical down, and leather pants that are capped off by these heavy, tall boots that have spurs on the back of them. Her eyes are golden with slits, and small fangs peek out from her lips. Her face looks kind, but angular. And they're holding each other as a couple would hold each other in a formal painting. In the background, you can see a small wolf kind of running in the background of the painting. And behind that, you can see in the distance Wyrmhold Academy. Seems to be a still life painted from the view of the bridge that you crossed getting here.
Love it. Oh, I want to know more.
That's amazing. I love that. Fantastic. There's one more thing you see before some shutters very rudely slam in your face. And you see Erdney standing behind the tall armchair, kind of grasping the back of it, looking up at the painting. He raises his hand, kind of flicks it in a direction, and you hear music start playing, just a light, kind of drifting waltz. He spins, and as he spins, his form splits, kind of shimmers and splits, and the turn ends with him grasping the hands of a illusory woman from the painting. And he turns again and steps in time with the music, dancing around the room silently to himself. And it's on one of these turns where his eyes flick up towards the candle and the shutters. But what you do notice is that while the shutters slam shut, there is still a little cutout of the shutters that makes it so the candle still remains visible from the outside.
Oh. Crazy.
Anything else you would like to do?
I think sufficiently with Rue's zoomies out. My curiosity fully peaked. We'll wander back in, and it's probably around dinner time, seeing as the sun is quite set, and who deserves a good snack after that?
Alright. You wander back inside, contemplating the sight you saw in the room of Erdney. And our view shifts and pans above the academy, across the bridge, through the woods, over a cliff, and into a cave. More specifically, into a crypt within a cave. As Belle has recently opened, or well, found an opened tomb with bones inside.
Mm-hmm.
And here we are. Here you remain beneath the earth. Bones in a crypt, 5 other tombs in this crypt, and a door that is closed and sealed from the outside.
Is there, very quickly before I
of course.
say what's on my mind, my arcane sense, am I picking up anything now that I'm inside this alcove with this crypt and these other crypts that I guess I'm seeing now that my eyes are adjusting to the darkness?
Let me check.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here we go. You sense the presence of magical people and objects in close range. Okay. Oh, I got these. One sec. Maybe. Guess not. Make a spellcasting roll with advantage.
Okay. I'm going to take a note from my roommate to switch out dice. If this doesn't work, I blame my roommate. But I'll say, I love you.
Every so
Morgan,
often we
you're
gotta
great."
swap out those dice.
Yep. All right.
So
Let's
it's an
see.
instinct plus with advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. So +2. So
Spooky.
that is a 15 with fear.
15 with fear. Okay, I am full on fear, so I cannot use that. The 15. Getting more confident with your arcane ability, you tap into what you learned in your thaumaturgy class and kind of widen your awareness to try to catch anything, any magical thing within. You instantly get a ping from Etta outside.
Okay.
And the baby. The baby's surprisingly stronger than Etta. A much more magical energy emanates from the pup than Etta herself. There is magic coming off of the bones.
Of course.
But there is a stronger magic coming from within the pile of bones. And I need you to make a knowledge... No, I need you to make a presence reaction roll, please.
What did I ask? Okay, presence. That's a +1 reaction roll. Shit. That is only a 9.
9.
9 reaction roll, yeah.
As you sense the stronger magic deep in, your brain gets it twists and kind of pulls you in, and you hear in your mind, when?
What?
Does seem to be a response.
Shit. Shit.
Make another presence reaction roll for me.
Fuck.
This time with
No.
disadvantage.
No! Shit!
Here comes the crit.
Comes the
Nope,
crit.
it's worse.
Oh,
it's
no.
worse. It's
no.
worse. It's worse.
Oh, no.
It's fucking worse. 0!
0? Oh no.
Actually, well, no, wait, hold on. Presence is 4. -3 is a 1. It's a 1!
That's better than 0.
That is better than 0.
But still, I told you, the luck is not gonna come with Belle this time around. No.
That same bending of your brain. It's like someone's grabbing it and twisting it. And your vision goes black.
Shit. Shit! Oh, God.
And then the world around you goes quiet. And suddenly, or quietly, around you, you hear the sound of the woods. Small chittering of birds. The cricket sounds here and there. The cry of a far-off eagle. You open and you are in. You actually recognize the place. It seems to be the small pond where you first met Edda. But it looks different. The trees are much shorter. The pond is bigger, grander. There's more life in it. You see wisping past you. You think it's a butterfly at first, but it seems to be a small fae. But it's different. Razz is fairly humanoid in her appearance. This one is extremely more insectoid in their appearance. An exoskeleton, large dragonfly wings, a tail that kind of curls around, buzzes, flits away. Creatures walk out that you've never seen, weird amalgamations that are similar to those that you've seen on Malwick, but it's like their edges aren't refined. It's like someone erased and couldn't quite get that same clean edge at a feature they wanted to change. They drink from the water, get up and walk out. Bird-like creatures, mammals, amalgamations of your wildest dreams. And then you hear voices. Well, that was a good idea. Good work. You know that they're just gonna keep pushing forever. No, you have to let her have her way this time. And then maybe she'll be more open to your idea next time. Give and take. It's always give and take with you. My idea's better. That may be right. Two forms walk out. More distinct than the wood around them. They seem, well, even the woods as you look at it now compared to these very defined, it's like someone dropped a fully rendered drawing in the middle of a sketch. As they walk out, one tall, they're humanoid, but they seem, their features are kind of accentuated. they themselves are taller, both standing about 9-10 feet tall. Their faces longer, their hands stretched. It seems as if someone took a person and kind of stretched them a little bit, kind of skewed them and forgot to lock ratio. One has a long white beard and a small kind of straw hat on, walking with a cane, to a more younger looking one, a bolt of blonde hair, thick beard that clings tightly to his chin, and they're both wearing the clothes of royalty, is all you could imagine. Gold trim, bright purple. It seems to be a kind of fitted tunic that flares out at the bottom and is then tights and kind of floppy shoes at the bottom. The world pauses as the young one looks up. And you see as the world pauses, the older one is looking at you. Tilts his head and squints. I'm going to need that back.
I don't know if you're referring to me, but I don't think I'm who you think I am. What do you need back? I don't think I have it.
Ask your friends.
Wait. Oh God, what did she say? Fuck. Oh God, do I do this now or do I do this afterwards? Fuck.
Whatever your heart desires.
Shit! Don't.
The most terrifying thing to say.
God, don't get in my mind.
And you look and you, as Belle kind of is like looking, thinking, like the ideas fill her brain of words to say. The figure in front, this old man, the image starts, and you feel that bend once again. Make one last presence check for me.
Okay. I'm gonna switch back to my original dice because switching it up has not been helping me right now. Presence. Okay. And I'm gonna use my Know of the Tide to add my fear, so I get a +1 plus presence, so I get a +2.
Perfect.
Here we go. No, it's not great. It is a... That's a 7 with fear. Fuck.
Right. The words are on the tip of your tongue. You can see this old man looking at you, but his eyes flick up and past you. And the world almost seems to start unraveling at the corners of your vision. At first you think that you're just starting to pass out, but then you turn and you see that on the very edges of the horizon, the trees are unraveling. Like the very strands of their design are undrawing themselves. And he looks at you and he goes, "It's okay. Next time." And you wake up deep underneath the ground behind the nest of Edda. And that's where we'll take our break.
No! Oh, fuck, what did I just see?
Everyone's getting spooky visions. Everyone's getting spooky visions. It's fine.
Of course, it's my turn. It's my turn. It's my turn. Yay.
I'm the only one
Yay.
who... Oh, no, Variedawnt got some spooky visions, I guess. We'll see what these spooky visions mean when we come back in like 10-ish minutes. So like 9 before if you're on the Eastern Coast. See you then.
You have to have something crazy happen.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back. We venture back deep below the ground, behind the sequestered nest of Edda, and in the crypt where Belle, you shoot up from being passed out, and you see the walls. When you first open your eyes, the walls are kind of cast in a glow, but then as you fully come back into consciousness, the glow dims and you just barely catch the very fading on your below you fading away. And you think back to your memory, the vision you just saw, the old man talking to the younger person, looking at you. The word when. He needs something back. Something that your friends have? And it's around this time that you hear a deep growl come from the other side of the wall, and you recognize the growl as Edda's growl.
Edda, it's okay. I'm all right. I mean, I don't know if that's what you're growling. I'm coming. And Belle is just gonna try to get out of that alcove as fast as she can.
You've already wriggled in once, so it's fairly easy to wriggle out again.
Mhm.
And as you exit, you see that Edda is standing in front of her nest with the Volwolf pup kind of beamed inside, and at the very edge of your vision, just barely peeking out of the shadows, you see a brown and white speckled snoot of a dog, kind of like very casually going in. And you hear in your mind, would you be, Madam Belle?
Oh wait, yeah, you're one of the many dogs around. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, I am. Edda, it's okay. He's from the school. It's fine.
The Volwolf does not like when we come into her den, but I was requested to guide you back if you would need to. I believe a Oriana sent me.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Shit. Yeah, sorry, I didn't. You look like you had more to say.
No, I was just going to fill you in. It is currently almost sundown.
Oh shit.
But if you need more time here, I will wait at the entrance.
And would that be all right? I'm sorry. I just I kind of passed out, so I need a second to.
Everyone needs a good dog nap. I will wait by the entrance.
She laughs at that. It's like, you know what? That's a lot better to say that way. Yeah, I'll just give me a moment. What's your name?
I forget if I gave him a name message.
I
don't think I did.
think you did.
I don't think you did.
I don't think I did.
Let me look and see if I wrote anything
On the
down.
fly. Ficus.
I've been here 27 years and I still don't have a name. My name is
They've
George.
always just said, "Hey, get off the counter."
George.
No, I didn't write down a name.
Okay,
They
George.
Call me George.
George. All right. Yeah, thank you, George. I'll just be a moment. I'll just be a moment and then I'll follow you. Thanks.
Kind of like slowly backs into the shadows, not making eye contact with Edda, but also not looking away from Edda until you hear the normal pitter patter of normal speed dog feet echoing out. And Edda relaxes as the dog leaves and then curls back up in the nest and settles.
I think. Hold on. Now I need to take a breath for a moment. With all that's happened, I think thinking back in her mind, where she went, the figures that she saw, one of them asking to bring it back and to ask her friends. And I think she would have an idea of who they would be. And I think the first impulsive thing she thinks of is, why the fuck didn't they say anything? Why keep something from like this from us? Do they not trust us? Like, what the hell? And then she has a moment of regret for thinking this, because then what pops up in her mind, I haven't decided if it's something she read or if it's something that someone told her. But she would remember hearing a phrase from a while back. Good or bad, people have their reasons for why they keep their secrets. And with that twinge of regret, she feels of how she's reminded of how she shouldn't be so quick to judge, to be dismissive, to be angry. Especially with what she has had to do to get to this island, to get to this academy. And I think she lets that sit for a moment before she turns to Etta and her pup. First off, do they seem okay? Do they seem like back to normal and all that?
Make an instinct check. Roll.
All right. Okay. I mean, I did technically have another fear from the other roll, so I'm going to use that Know the Tide to add that. There's no way I can add Disarming Presence on top of that to spend any hope. I have 6 hope.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I'm going to do that. Okay, so I'm going to do that. Okay, so that's going to be a +4.
Nice.
Now I crit. I have 2 3s.
Nice. All right.
Hey.
I crit.
Congratulations. You turn to look back at Etta and you see that she is fully kind of settled down. You do notice that while her body is mostly relaxed and her eyes are closed, her ears are perfectly up, and you see them just kind of like satellite every so often. So while she looks very calm and relaxed, and she seems to be, she's also still like has an ear up and alert. The puppy doesn't seem to care at all.
Of course.
The puppy seems
And
totally unbothered by anything that's happened.
Yeah.
And
because I
essentially been
critted, I
passed
get
out
to
this whole time.
And because I critted, I clear away 1
Yes.
stress, right?
Exactly.
Okay, finally, I'm back to 2 stress, thank God.
Good. Oh yeah, 3 stress. I mean, you were half full in stress.
Oh yeah. So
I guess,
after a
like,
bit,
Belle's
I think she goes.
had an interesting time so far.
Yep. Okay. She goes to Etta and the pup. Tries to approach as best as possible because of what happened.
I'll say with that presence check, it can transfer into this. So like seeing, and with your disarming presence, you go up and Etta doesn't mind you approaching.
All right, I'm gonna thank you for letting me visit. I apologize that, well, I guess that means that someone cares that I'm gone, so I'm gonna go back. I'll make sure that I bring other people next time and also give you more space before. And she looks at Etta and the pup for a moment before she says her next words. You can let me know no. But before I go, can I at least tell you a secret? Something I'm not really ready to share with other people quite yet. I'll take that as a yes. I don't know how it's probably really easy to tell, but from my naivete and how I approach things, where I'm from is a lot different from here. And where I'm from, things are a lot differently handled. Magic isn't really huge where I'm from. And my family, despite us trying to be positive, trying to work together, and all that, we didn't really see a lot eye to eye. Fought on some of that stuff a couple of times, especially regarding me. So, when I was of age and I got the, I guess, invite to come to the academy, I said, fuck it. Why not? So I left there to come here. To actually have control of my life for once, to start a new adventure. And I should be thrilled at a place where magic is not frowned upon, and that I can actually learn some things and meet all these new people and start something. But the truth is that I can't stop thinking about is how much I miss him. I miss him so much, even though I don't deserve to with what I did. So, I'm sorry. She kind of cries for a little bit to get things out of her system.
As your cries echo around the cavern, Etta kind of shifts, and then her ears stop doing that constant satelliting that they're doing. And once you've stopped talking for a bit, you've just been crying for a little while, she closes her eyes and just lets out this low... At first you think it's a growl, but then it's deeper and more soothing, kind of more like a very guttural purr or a guttural cooing sound that kind of rolls out. And while she doesn't move or leave her kind of bean to cuddle with her pup, that soothing sound kind of vibrates down to your bones. It takes away a little bit of the stress. So you heal one stress.
Oh my god.
And you feel the feelings don't go away that you're feeling, but it's almost as if someone's wrapped them in a soft, warm blanket. Almost. They're still there. You still feel them very fully, but it's almost as if you have a reinforcement now. Like someone's come and kind of lifted them a little bit so they're more manageable to deal with. It's a mix of reinforcement and also very deep understanding at the feeling of missing someone.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you. That was really nice of you. I guess the short version of this all is the main reason I guess I got attached so quickly and that I came so soon is if I can't be there to check on my own family to make sure they're all right, I'll make sure one is. I know it's not my job and everything like that, but it's hard to get rid of a caretaker instinct out of you. So I guess I gotta work on that.
A slight chuff escapes the closed and mostly peaceful face, just a little chuff and kind of like a shake of her shoulders in response, kind of laughing along with you at your last statement. Goes, kind of opens another eye and doesn't make the same growl as before, but just kind of looks at you for a prolonged amount of time before closing her eye and nuzzling in more with her pup. And you don't feel any sense of urging you to leave or stay, but just that even though you can't directly talk right now, Edda is old enough to, she doesn't it's a little easier to read. Edda doesn't have nuance really. She feels what she feels, and you can sense that it's kind of that you can stay or you can go, whatever you wish and whatever would be best for you at this time.
Yeah, I think
just kind of like a sensation of peace and calm, kind of.
Yeah, that's for sure. Sorry, I'm hearing noises behind me. I'm like, what the hell's happening?
No, you're good.
It's just in the kitchen. I think Belle has a moment where she calms down, dries her tears, and then will stand up to wave at both her and the pup. Will start walking out to leave, but then will turn her heel and go back to Edda for one more quick thing. I'll leave you be and come back later, but one more thing. The class mentioned where we fought that big old monster of sorts, and who knows what other kinds could be in the forest. It was one with Finstrel, and he had mentioned that we need to find an animal to be our companion for a good long while so we can theoretically prepare for when we find dragons. You are incredible, but I don't want to choose you or your pup. I think you two deserve to be with each other and be happy. But there's a chance that there could be others that might try to find you for that reason. I would like to think that they have all good intentions. So just want you to be aware. That's all.
Opens her eye again. Kind of looks past you towards the entrance of the cave. And then over towards like the holes in the wall where the few remaining sparket holes that haven't been filled in. And then looks back at you and lets out a heavy just exhale. And at the bottom of the exhale, you don't really see her. She kind of sinks further down into the nest as kind of like a annoyed acceptance.
Well, it's your choice in the end, but if you need help, I can always come back, or we can come back and help. But I'll leave you with your pup. After everything that happened the last few times, you deserve some peace and quiet. All right. Have a good night. And thank you for letting me visit. And I'll bring enough for you and your pup next time.
Saying your words to the Volwolf, you make your way out of the cave, which is easy enough to do.
Mm-hmm. And I
And
find
you see
George.
George just sitting alert at the front of the cave. You see he's just kind of panning back and forth. Then as you exit, he goes and goes, "Oh, very good. This way." Starts plodding along and leads you
Thank
back
you.
and leads you through the woods. Just make a little roll for me. Make a instinct roll with advantage because you are being guided by George.
Okay, instinct roll. Okay, cool. Instinct. So that's +2.
Mhm.
Oh, that was almost a crit. Not a crit, but almost. All right. Okay. 9 + 7 + 8 is 17 + 3 is so that's that's a 22, but that is with fear.
Okay.
That is with fear,
Can't
unfortunately.
take any more fears. But roll a luck check for me. Just a d20.
Oh boy.
Just give me a good old fashioned d20 roll for me.
Okay. I guess since it was with fear, I'm gonna go with my imaging critical roll dice that I've been using.
Ooh.
What's a D20? I've never heard of that.
Never heard of it before.
We don't use d20s here.
That's a 2!
Ooh, okay.
That's a 2!
Okay.
Oh boy.
Lucky 2. Maybe?
Maybe lucky, we don't know.
Maybe it's how many hours it take you. So you wanted to roll low.
Maybe.
You cross the river with fairly ease. George leads you a little further down to a fallen tree that seems to have formed a natural crossing. Leads you across through the woods. You double back every so often. There's a moment where he stops and slinks down and looks at you and goes, "Get low!"
Oh,
Kind of crouch in
She's
a
not
bush.
here.
Make a finesse roll for me. A finesse reaction roll for me. So no hope or fear.
Okay, finesse reaction roll. Here we go. Finesse reaction. Oh, that's a crit. 2 11s. Fuck.
Hey,
There you go.
the perfect time to crit. As walking through the woods, the birds and everything are still singing, but it starts to warm up around you, and you start hearing the snap of fallen limbs every so often. You look down towards George, who's just, his ears are up, his flop ears are kind of like kinked up in the back, and he's looking back and forth. Walking through the trees. Make a not instinct. Is it? Yes, instinct roll for me.
Okay, another instinct. All right, I'm just switching these up because these seem to be working. Another instinct. Just so instinct, not instinct reaction roll? Okay.
Not a reaction roll this time.
Okay, so regular instincts. Okay. Oh, that's cocked. That's cocked, but it was all cocked on a good number. Okay, that is a 16 with hope.
16 with hope. Amazing. Take your hope.
I'm full on hope. I have
As
no more
peering
hope to
through
fill up.
as peering through the bush that you've kind of tucked behind here in the wood in this section of the wood, there's heavy underbrush, and the trees are pretty evenly spaced, tall but naked branch-wise until about 10 feet in the air. So it's kind of this. The ground is very thick and covered with the brush, but then there's kind of a gap between the brush on the floor and the branches above. And in that gap, you see gliding, almost as if it's not walking. And Belle wouldn't be super familiar with these creatures because they just don't exist much on Estos.
No, probably not.
Well, you're a lot more familiar with like musk oxen and like heavy burly. The closest thing that you can think of that is similar to this is a reindeer, but it's not. The ends of its antlers are pointed and curved up. There's a slight glow as walking through the forest is a tall elkin figure, broad shoulders, heavy mane around its neck, ruffles in a deep kind of brown with splashes of gray. And with that perception roll, that instinct roll, you see just peeking above the brush is the back of a shorter, smaller one walking. And then a few paces behind this large elk and the smaller elk is one that's a little bit smaller than the horned elk. Some more slender features. The mane isn't quite as burly. It seems as if you stumbled across a family of elk, 2 parents and a child, walking through the woods. As they step, it seems as if a small glow appears with each step, and you can't quite tell what they are. You're on an island of hybrid creatures, but these look normal from what you can imagine. Or they're different than reindeer. Maybe that's the hybrid aspect. Maybe they're mixed with a reindeer, but something different that gives them more pointed horns. You stay still. You stay silent as they walk past your view and out of sight.
George, what are those things?
That one I am unsure of. My apologies.
No, you're fine.
They seem to be some sort of elk creature.
Alright.
They seem to be an elkin family of sorts, though. I have not seen these particular ones around.
Finstrel say there was a lot of undiscovered ones or ones we don't know on this island. But it's not the ones like we've come across, like Platycoy or what were some of the other ones that we came across? Oh yeah, the little rabbit electrical things. I forgot their name already because they were just shitheads.
Sprockets, they're fun to hunt.
Sprockets. Yeah, thank you. Hmm.
Not every creature on the island is morphed with another creature. Some are morphed with elements, some are morphed with inanimate things such as glass or moss, things like that.
Oh yeah,
Some
like
are-
that glass snake.
Like the glass snake or these sprockets you mentioned are rabbits empowered by electricity. See how things powered by fire and ice and things like that.
And, Oh God. What combination am I going to choose? She's thinking about what would be her companion. And I think she's a little afraid to want to pick one because she doesn't want to pick one that isn't going to want to be by her side. So I think she's pondering on that a little bit. Oh, wow. Well, a lot more to learn about, I guess, on this island. Not necessarily the safest, is it?
Oh, not at all. As in the distance.
That's so reassuring.
In the distance, edges of your hearing, kind of from the direction where the Elkin family walked. A roar appears, and George stands up and shakes, his little stump tail waggling. Goes, well, if we linger any longer, we will be eaten next. Let us venture on.
All right. Please be safe, Edda. And we'll just follow George because she knows how dark it is. She doesn't want to take any more chances.
As you whisper the please be safe, Edda goes, Edda is one of the most terrifying things on this island. Do not worry.
Okay, great. Good to know. Good to know.
She's been here longer than any of us.
Queen.
And you follow George as he leads you through rabbit trails, over logs, and out eventually into the open glen that surrounds Wyrmhold Academy. It seems to be a different way than you entered, and it took you much less time than you expected. The sun has fully set at this point, but when you enter into the academy, approaching the academy, walking up, being led by George, you get a good view of the academy, dark and silhouetted, the moon starting to glow, casting shadows across the entire field covered in moonlight. The fireflies twinkle on the main road as you walk by the vivarium where Finstrel and Finstrel's small hut is currently dark. Lights are coming from inside of Wyrmhold Academy's various windows. Make another instinct roll for me as you approach the academy.
All right then. Instinct. Okay. That's +2. And okay, so that's a 16, but with fear.
16 with fear.
Mm-hmm.
You catch sight as you're approaching of the one blue light that is glowing from Ernie's window. It stands out as all the other lights are very warm, kind of candle toned, and this one is just a beaming blue light. Especially now that it seems as if the rest of the window has been shuttered closed, and now only the light, that blue light, is gleaming through. So you walk up to the front door, open it wide, and are instantly tossed into the sound of the dining hall echoing down the hallway, down the opening foyer into the grand antechamber, and hits you in the face as it seems as if dinner is in full swing.
Oh, made it back in time for dinner. Great. I was worried I was going to miss it or going to be past anyone's bedtime. Okay, great.
Which, as you walk into the grand dining hall, the two parallel tables are full to the brim, and kind of like looking around, you pretty quickly catch sight of Razz flitting above the table with not Variedawnt on one side, and Oriana sitting there. Lo seems to be missing, and Hugrock's not there. So it's just Razz and Oriana.
Interesting. All right. Well, I go over to Oriana and Razz. What? Hi.
Thank God you made it back, darling. I was worried once the sun went down.
Yeah.
Did the dog find you?
Yeah, George.
George. I'm going to have to remember that.
Yeah.
George. I should have asked his name. That was very rude of me.
No. It's fine. It's actually a good thing Lo isn't here because they're not gonna dock me on this. I'm sorry, Oriana, for leaving and going ahead when I asked you to come with me. I guess you could say I got impatient, and I also got worried about Edda and the wolf after what we saw in class.
It's not a. Don't worry about it. It's not a problem. I mean, I was more worried about you than Edda. I mean, she's huge and can take care of herself, unless it's a gaggle of sprockets.
Yeah. No, it's all right. I realized I didn't think of myself in safety wise, but
Did you make it to Edda?
Yeah, I did actually. Ed is fine.
Oh, good.
So is the pup. It was interesting, especially because I realized I couldn't talk for shit with her. Because no, speak with animals, but I tried
didn't
my
even
very
think of that.
best. Yeah, no, but yeah, she seems to be fine
Oh, good.
along with the pup. I just stayed there for a little while. If you still want to, we can go back on a weekend when you're available, and that maybe she can actually talk to us if she wants to, but it's your choice.
Oh, I definitely want to go and visit. I want to see the pup.
Yeah.
And see how it grows.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's a bit of a trek. So I was thinking a weekend would make the most sense.
Yeah.
How did you get across the river?
I guess you could say magic helped.
Oh,
Was able to form an ass bridge of some sort.
that's very clever.
It makes sense because I'm from Estos, so city of ice, and, well, place of ice and all that stuff. So I was able to make ice so that I could walk across water. Still, ice, ICE. Why'd you think I said that, Zatara?
I also heard
It's-
that.
I think
I said,
I know what you mean.
Is it
but
the
that's what
accent?
I knew what you meant, but like with how it sounded through the headset. That's
It's Belle's accent. Ass. Okay, that's gonna be a clip now. The cold never bothered her anyway. Ass. ICE, not ass. Sorry. It's like the whole thing with
Fine line.
bacon. It's like beer kid or bacon. Bacon. Ass. Sorry.
not to totally derail my the game.
Anyways, I made a ice bridge. Yeah. I imagine George would have a better way to get across that next time, or we could do the whole same trick and pony with the slide across with the rope and all that stuff. But
Oh, that was a lot of work. And I think that takes a lot of people too. And
yeah,
certainly, Razz would need your help if we were going to do that again. Neither one of
yeah.
us can fly.
Yeah, do you want to come with us? Yeah, do you want to come?
Or we get Hugrokk on board and we just build a bridge. He seems like he can lift heavy things.
He
No.
does seem very handy.
Yeah, very hand. Yeah, where's? Well, Lo hasn't been with us since class.
No,
Where's-
and I looked for them and I couldn't find them anywhere.
And
I don't know.
I'm acting weird since last night.
okay,
Yes.
and then Dante.
Oh. Yes, I suppose I haven't seen him since after animal handling.
Looks like I'm not the only one that went tricking on my own.
I suppose not. I mean, I think we all did a bit, but mine was just to the library. It's not quite as exciting. Well, I mean, it was exciting in its own way, but probably not to anybody but me.
Yeah.
I think that flight may have taken a little bit more out of Hugrokk than he'd like to let on. He's passed out back in the room.
I mean,
Okay.
he did pretty
Oh.
much kill that thing almost on his own.
We should definitely
No.
bring up a plate for him, though, I'm sure.
Oh,
Midnight
Oh,
lunch.
several, I think. We need one of the. We need to get a shield, kind of like
Yeah.
pieces, so that we can
Yeah.
feed Hugrokk.
I look around. Are any of the sporelings around?
You start looking around, and it doesn't take long for one of the spoilings to notice that you're looking around and kind of run up across the table.
Oh, you really are the cutest things ever. Hi. So one of our classmates, Hugrokk, is very much passed out, and I'm sure he would love some food, even though he's not here. Is there any chance we could send a couple platefuls back to the dorm where he's at, so he gets his fill? Thank you.
Runs away.
Wait, also. Oh, wait, hold on. One more quick thing. I'm so sorry.
That one keeps running away, and another one.
Oh, yeah, there's multiple.
They're kind of the same consciousness of the
No,
pit.
that's true. Question. Yeah, Dante's first. Dante.
Yep.
Do you know where he's at?
Yep.
What? Where is he?
Jumps off the table and starts running away.
Shit. Right. Yeah, shit. Okay, I'm gonna grab dinner later. You can stay or you can come along with me if you want. I'm sorry.
Once it gets like 15 feet away, it kind of stops and just starts jumping up and down like.
It's like the Jubinos from Stardew Valley. That's what I'm picturing right now.
Similar.
Okay. I was like, similar. Okay. Yeah. Shit. Yeah. No. I can't eat without knowing that Dante's okay. You guys can say if you want
to eat, darling.
Okay. I just grab a roll and I just eat it. I start running. Save some good stuff for May, unless you want to come with. I'm fine. I don't know. It's fine. Okay. Dante, rescue shit.
Razz is already eaten at this point.
Yeah,
So,
I
jump
imagine
up
we
on
were
her
there
and
for a
go
little
too.
bit. Yeah. Oriana will follow.
Okay. I just
Stick
grab
some
like
snacks in her pocket for Belle for later.
Thank you.
You all dash out of the dining hall and down the main foyer. So the dining hall, leaving the dining hall is kind of facing it. You have the center hall, which leads to the lecture hall. The right passage, which goes upstairs, and the left passage that goes downstairs. The sporeling sprints down and kind of goes bloop, 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 down each of the stairs and leads you to the central area of the basement, that kind of sparring ring that you took your break in from history class before, or from thaumaturgy before. Standing there for a little second, it kind of stands in the center, looks left, looks right. Bloop, 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 and sprints out towards the back of these chambers and leads you to the root cellar. And runs in there and then just starts jumping up and down in place in the root cellar.
Okay, root cellar. There anything worthy of note?
Variedawnt would hang out, but he's not here.
Yeah, that's real weird.
Anyone who wishes to can make an instinct roll for me.
I would like to, please. And I am once again going to use my Nova Tide to add a +1 instinct roll. Here we go. That was almost another crit. Fuck. But that's fine. 15, 16. That's an 18 with hope on
18 with hope.
instinct.
Nice. Take your hope.
Full on hope. I have so much hope.
Ooh, Oriana.
22, actually.
22
Nice.
with hope or fear. Okay, amazing. Wow, some really good rolls. And Razz?
15 with hope.
15 with hope. Very good rolls.
Oh my god, Razz and Belle
lost
are in sync
Oriana.
again.
Oh wait, no, we didn't lose Oriana. My
Oh yeah, no, I
OBS
saw
just
that
lost
blip too.
Oriana. Interesting. Give me
Mm.
one moment. You're fine. It's on my end. Give me one moment.
Oh wait, no, that was 15. 16. No, it was no, hold on. That's 18 with hope. Sorry, that's 18 with hope. So sorry. I forgot to add the +2.
No, you're good.
My bad.
Oh, there we go. Wonderful. We're back. So fantastic rolls across the board. You walk into the root cellar, and it is a root cellar. Maybe 8 feet by 6 feet rectangle. 6 foot tall ceiling. The walls are naturalistic, made of kind of this hard earth, but roots are coming out of the ceiling. There's simple shelves on the walls that hold various canned thick goods and glass jars of various pickled things inside. Some actual root vegetables are hanging in bunches from the ceiling, and you can see there's actually a lot of dried herbs also hanging from the ceiling as well, kind of intermixed with the roots that are there.
Any mushrooms growing in here?
Yeah, underneath the bottom row of shelves, there seems to be a kind of um, bed that is built in that is holding various mushrooms down there. It seems to be an actively working root cellar and cared for. You can see that there's very simple gardening tools down here just to kind of care for the mushrooms that are here. And there is a small little workstation in the back left corner that seems to have a broken pot on it with some various kind of fixing things when very simple canning and preserving equipment down here.
Does it seem to be mostly food stuff or okay?
Mostly food stuff. There's one big, like, large barrel that seems to be a beer barrel of some sorts. That is kind of in the opposite corner from the workbench.
Okay. I meant like as opposed to like apothecary stuff.
Oh yeah, no, mostly food stuff and not so much apothecary stuff.
This is something that would have been maybe that I come across like at my bakery back at home, or maybe I don't know.
It's similar, yeah. You would have a root
Similar?
cellar at the a root cellar would actually be pretty invaluable to you guys. Because with it being so ice cold, a root cellar is a really good way to have a more temperature controlled underground thing. Your root cellar at home would definitely be more less you walk into it through a normal door and more you climb down into it from above. But inside it's generally similar. This one's bigger, but
obviously.
but it's generally the same. And there's a lot of, like, you recognize some things are preserved here from Estos.
Oh wow.
Like there's the charrots, or the one of the main exports, which is a carrot that can be grown in the frigid cold earth and kind of grows with these dark black markings on the sides, which is why they're called charrots, and because they look like they're charred, and they can often help with like ice resistance or helping fight if someone is suffering from hypothermia. It's a really good way to help counter that.
Gotcha.
So
I'm just imagining the cave carrots from Stardew. Because I've played so much Stardew, it reminds me of that
pretty
look
close,
a little
actually.
bit.
Not too
Little
far
bit.
off. Not too far off. But other than that, you don't quite see much.
The sporeling is still like bloop.
Yep. The it's just jumping in the middle.
Little friend, is it up or down from here, or is there a door we can go through that will?
Yeah, is there like another door
Go from
around
here?
here or something?
You see, as you mention a door, it just goes.
Hey, it's okay.
Roll a presence roll for me, anyone who wishes to. It kind of looks as if the sporeling gets kind of not shy, but almost as if it's just realized what answering that question would do.
Yeah. Disarming presence. Can I use that to add a +2?
Absolutely. Spend your hope.
All right, and
use
it's
your disarming
presence, you said, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that's the +3 altogether for me.
Find a bushel of pink glowing mushrooms.
Okay, so that's a that's a 13, but with fear.
13 with
Unfortunately.
fear, okay.
I get a 10 with fear.
10 with fear. Razz?
I got a crit.
You got a
Hey!
crit.
Of course.
Of course, the sporeling
As-
would love the Fae.
As Oriana and Belle, you turn to soothe the worries of the sporeling, which seems to almost overwhelm it more. And it kind of like sprints and runs into the mushrooms and kind of hides, like using its spore mushroom cap to camouflage in.
Man, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to overstimulate you, bud.
Razz, what do you do with your crit? How do you approach the sporeling?
Oh, come on, Ruby. You got ideas. I know you got ideas.
Just which one will Razz choose?
Mm-hmm.
It's currently cowering underneath the bottom shelf. The sporeling is probably like maybe 4 inches tall. He's tiny.
Little babe.
Just kind of like go and sit in the mushrooms. Just also like, just like real small, just like sitting.
So you see,
Maybe kind of like poke at one of the, not the sporeling,
just
one of the
poke
other.
Just like the-
other little mushrooms and just do like a,
it's like the cinnamon doughboy.
on top of the mushrooms. Like,
Mm-hmm.
so kind of like knee high into the mushroom, just kind of like poking out, just hanging out.
As you sit on it, the mushroom you kind of poke it, the sporeling climbs up onto, looks at you and goes,
Oh my gosh, darling, tell me all. I mean, that's perfectly all right, but then I'm sure we can figure it out together. You and me, taking on in the world. We got it, darling.
kind of jumps off the mushroom and starts like stamping, like waving its arms, like walks over to
Right.
the wall in between the large barrel and the workstation, looks at you all and goes, wow, and then taps the wall twice down the bottom, and you hear,
Oh my goodness.
the dirt kind of shakes and falls down, and the stone wall behind it shifts to the side and opens a 3-foot wide cavern that dissipates in the darkness. Goes, wow.
Such a clever little fellow.
Looks
I
up at the
like
roof
you.
above and goes, and looks back at the rest of you.
Sorry. Breaking
How many
character.
creatures that you can't talk to will you talk to this episode?
many apparently.
The answer is all of them.
All of them,
All,
yes,
all of the creatures.
All of the
We'll
creatures.
touch all the creatures, all the staff, everybody that we can get our hands on.
And before you lays a passageway into darkness. The sporeling turns on his heel and walks into the passage.
Oh well, he's got a lot of confidence there now. Good job, Razz. Yeah.
Just needs a little push.
Do you
Not
think he thought he was
Kind of
going to get in
push.
trouble for showing us the door?
It's a possibility.
Well, then we just don't tell anybody. That's easy enough. And Oriana will walk down follow the sporeling.
Yep, I'm with you. All right.
You follow the sporeling into
Mhm.
the heavy stone brick chamber. You walk for about 10 minutes straight until you are forced to make a decision, up or down. Or you would be if the sporeling didn't just start hopping down. It kind of
That's
hops
where
out
it's
of your
going.
sight and you just hear echoing up from down the stairs. But the choice is
Alright.
yours. Do you wish to go up or down?
Yeah. I mean, he seems pretty confident. Shall we trust?
No reason not to.
Hmm.
Sure. All right, we're coming, little bud.
You can continue following him.
Mm.
I'm gonna have you all make a group navigation check for me, which would be a
Instinct.
instinct.
because it
Yes.
says
Yep,
navigate there, yeah. Mhm.
legitimately
Navigate.
instinct. So roll an instinct check with advantage because you're being led by the guy.
Thank you. All right. I'm gonna use my know of the tide since I just rolled another figure to add a +1, so that's a +3, and then I have.
Nice.
Okay.
That's a crit for me.
Hey, good
very
job.
good.
I was gonna ask if I could add fast learner to it, but I don't
You
need to.
need to.
All right.
And that's
So
one with hope.
21 with
Okay.
hope. Wow.
Nice.
17, 23. That's a 26 with fear.
26 with fear. Still a good roll, but with
Wow.
fear.
It is with fear, I know. So I get that fear back on.
Yep, so you get
of
that
the
fear
Know the
back that you
Tide.
just spent.
Yeah, that I
You
just
guys
spent.
are on the tails of this sporeling. Walls are closing. Walls are closing behind you as you've already turned away from that direction option, not even considering it. You walk through a labyrinth like you've been here before, essentially, as you follow the sporeling down the twisting paths around certain islands down. Belle, there's a moment when you start getting a little nervous because time is passing. You've been down here a while, and you haven't been in many deep, dark places. Not this dark. You don't know how high the sun is. And this is your second time being in one today.
Yep.
But that fear dissipates a little bit as Oriana, with your crit, you've read about places like this. A shifting labyrinth deep within the walls of an ancient building. As you see each new chamber close, each new obstacle just bypassed, it's almost like you're living through one of the adventure books you've read. It's like a trap will go off and you're like, they do exist. How does that? And you navigate through. And at the very end, or since you were kind of on the tails the most, you managed to be the closest one when the sporeling sprints and leaps into the air over an abyss.
Oh.
There
Well.
it is. All right.
It turns midair to you and it goes,
Oh, it wants us to fall. All right.
Okay, well, Razz is the only one with wings here. Do you want to check it out?
I
I
mean,
mean,
we don't want you laughing.
Yes. I mean, he did leap with such confidence, but
yeah. I mean, I
Dive
could try to see. Yeah, Braz, you can go down. I mean, if need be, I could try to help levitate a little bit. I'm still quite new to it. It's worked a
Let's
couple
just-
times.
let's just see what Razz finds out and then come up with a
Okay.
plan, maybe.
using
Alright.
the perception, the instinct rolls you did, because it can kind of be the same thing, and tacking on Oriana's crit there, because it was kind of a group roll. Razz, as the sporeling jumps and plummets, you go, oops, flutter off and down, and you see the sporeling splash into the lake below. Sorry, that was not the right sound I meant to make. Sploosh, splash into the
stalagmite or something.
splash into the water below as you emerge from the tunnel and into the vacuous cavern of the underground lake. Stalactites hanging from above, darkness around you with one singular point of flame off to your right, about 50 feet in that direction, 50, 60 feet in that direction. And you can see the little sporeling is now swimming, or more like kind of like he's like bobbing slowly towards that light.
I suppose I'll call back up. If you feel like you swim,
I mean, no harm in trying, right?
Sure, it's been a bit, but you don't forget that sort of thing, right?
No. All right, why the fuck not? 1, 2, 3, Geronimo! But I think as she does, she is going to. I think she will mark a stress to manipulate magic because she wants to try to at least have a little bit of like that levitation of just like at least getting like slowing down the fall so it's not as. If that is okay for me to do.
Try to make a spellcasting roll.
Okay.
See how it goes for
All
you.
right. I'll mark a stress. I imagine that's gonna be +2 with the actions result roll, so that'll be a +4.
With
And then
manipulate
I'll add a
magic.
+1 with my know the tide, so that's gonna be a +5.
+5. Wonderful.
+5. Okay. And I think that would be needed, but hold on. So that's a 17 with hope.
Nice. Take
Nice.
your hope. Oriana, would you like to try to do anything to slow your fall? Or are you just gonna trust the water?
I think I'm going to ready the power push spell that I used when we fell off the cliff to like push
Hey.
away from stalactites or anything like that, or maybe push against the water a little bit when I get closer.
Amazing. Make a spellcasting roll for me.
You got this.
14, 15, 16 with fear.
16 with fear. There's a couple close calls. As you enter into the darkness and you're plummeting so fast, it's kind of the... You fall for, like Variedawnt, you fall for that amount of time where there is just enough time for you to kind of even out and not feel like you're falling for a second before you enter into the vacuous room and manage to power push your way out of a stalactite that you were barely noticed, as you hear a from Belle, and then very quickly after her submerge into the water yourselves. With the magic you both cast, you manage to not take any damage, unlike Variedawnt. As Razz, you did you what's Rue doing currently?
Oh yeah,
Razz?
Rue.
Since we haven't mentioned him since dinner, I think we might have left him. I'm finding all.
We didn't even mention him at dinner, so he could still be in the dorm. He could have passed out in the
Yeah.
dorms
With
Hugrokk.
Hugrokk.
After his walkies.
Oh yeah. Okay, he's
Yeah,
getting naps.
chewing on Hugrock's shoe, his boot.
As George said,
Or they're
everyone
just
needs a dog nap.
cuddling.
Everyone needs a dog
Just
now.
passed out on Hugrok's leg.
There we go.
Because Hugrokk
There we go.
bottom buck.
Mm-hmm.
Screw has to be lifted into my
Right.
Yeah.
We need to figure out who's on which bunks at some point. I only have Belle and Hugrokk written down.
Yeah, it was Belle and Hugrokk. I think it was maybe
and then Razz
and Lo.
Mm-hmm.
So then it'd be Oriana and Dante.
Okay.
That's what I think. Unless I'm wrong, we can discuss afterwards.
That's
yeah, I know Razz and Lo. I just don't know
Mhm.
who's on
That's
what
fine.
bunk with Oriana and Dante.
I assumed I would be on the top because I'm a small little cat person.
I was just like, whatever bunk's available. I will
Yeah,
take that
You
bunk.
yeah.
like you blacked out your thing.
Yeah, your blacked out curtain. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because the glowing.
Yeah, and then Razz put Belle and Hugrokk together as a joke. So technically, she's the smallest out of the two, of both of them.
Razz, as you fly down, make a instinct roll for me. An instinct reaction roll, so no hope or fear. Same thing, just no hope or fear.
You got it.
15. Very nice. You fly down and look at your friends who have just plummeted into the water as they resurface, and you see on the very edges of the water black movement underneath, kind of swirling and circling them. Belle and Oriana make a agility reaction roll.
Great.
Agility.
Agility. There's no way I can use some sort of magic to help me gain some speed, right? Like I can act under stress for that, or no? I'd be back up to 3, but it's fine. I don't know. If not, it's fine. I could just swim
I don't think
regularly.
this time.
Okay, yeah, good.
Belle's had a
perfect.
lot of good magic use today.
That is true. She has to pay a price a little bit, I guess. Okay. So it's agility.
Mhm.
Great.
I got a 23 with fear.
23 with fear.
Yeah.
I got a 5 with hope.
5 with
Here we
hope.
go.
Okay.
There we go.
Wait. Oh, that was reaction. Never mind. Sorry.
Oh yeah, so it's a
Oh, wait,
reaction.
with
So fear and
reaction,
hope,
yeah,
yeah.
but
So
still,
fear,
that's-
so fear and
but
hope
still,
doesn't
that's a
matter. But
5.
still reaction.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Still
I also
5.
keep forgetting I have this ability to help people like re-roll, but it only works for actual actions, and I never
Not
remember it
reactions.
unless we're doing reactions
Right.
for some reason.
That would have
that's
been helpful.
wild
But...
because like Razz has the
I-
reroll for herself, and then you have the reroll for someone else.
For other
Mine can
people,
be for
I
other
have
people.
to. They have to. I'm assuming be
Oh.
able to hear me because it's offer assurance or assistance or words of support. So I have to be
Mm.
around people to do it.
Yeah.
As
I
long
mean,
as
you
the
are
other
around me,
person
but it's a
is
reaction roll, so you can't use it here. I have to
Oh
use
yeah,
it.
you both can actually. Wild. So you both can reroll. You can help people reroll. Wild. That'd be really helpful.
Yeah,
if
mine's
you're ever
once
together.
per short
I
rest.
think mine's only once a session. Yeah.
Mm.
Oh yeah, per session. Okay. Oriana, you managed to catch the slight shadow under the water just in time to dodge out of the way as it wriggles past you, and Belle, you feel an impact into your side.
Oh no.
Oh, there's something in the water.
Yeah, let's swim, please.
Make strength checks for me as you make your way
Great.
to the water.
Great.
Great.
You can do strength or agility.
Like lion as like an extra.
Okay.
And
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna have to
absolutely.
be-
Make
was
an
that?
attack roll for me, Razz.
okay.
Oh,
How
hold
do
on,
I do attack rolls? And
How
it's
do-
been so long.
Right. I had
So
that same
with
problem.
your rapier,
Right.
Okay, so I'm just gonna be doing agility. I'm gonna do
Yes.
agility because I have a
Same.
-1 with
I'm-
strength. So
Same. Also,
the spellcasters
Oh, wow.
have
for the
-1
same
strength.
reason.
Never would have guessed.
okay, that's
Does
better.
Ruby also have a negative in strength? Is it all 4 of us?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
All right,
That's
so
awesome.
agility. That's a
How
16
good-
with hope from Belle.
16 with
That's
hope,
not
very
bad.
nice. Take your hope, if you
I'm
can.
full of hope. I can't use any more hope.
So it's with your
That was-
rapier, and you roll.
That was an agility.
Yeah. What do I roll to attack?
Here, equip it, and then I will tell you. So go to your.
Oh, I'm gonna use a Katari thing.
And then
When you make an agility roll, you can spend 2 hope to re-roll your hope die. So I'm gonna
It just
re-roll my hope die.
Tells me like the
Hoping it's
plus.
better.
Like it doesn't tell me what to
Yep,
do. I roll.
So you'd roll this. You'd roll your 2 d12s.
Okay.
And then everything's with the d12s.
Okay,
And then you would
actually,
add your
I
plus
rolled
2.
attack was different.
Mhm.
Gotcha.
I'm like I know what I add. I just don't know.
Wow.
Yeah. It's a 17 with
17 with hope. Razz, as you go down and kind of do what is intended to be just kind of like making the blade flash to kind of ward off any things in the water or distracting things in the water, you manage to flick it in just the right way to catch whatever impacted onto Belle's side as you nick it, and it detaches and floats to the top and starts wriggling. Belle, you see this about 5 foot long, like pool noodle size leech, and its mouth just as it wriggles and then disappears back into the water.
I'm swimming faster.
was
I don't
another
like
one.
this.
Trying to get Oriana. Would that one also be in range?
That one swam past Oriana and impacted into Belle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one for me instead.
Yeah.
But yeah, I rolled a 16 with hope. Can I get out of this water, please?
16 with hope. Oriana, what did you roll?
I got math. Oh man, why is that so hard to do? 21 with hope
21.
because I have a ability as a Katari to spend 2 hope to reroll a hope die
Oh,
nice for agility rolls. So
that's fantastic.
it went from very bad with fear to a 12 on the hope die. So that was a
Nice.
very good reroll on that particular.
Great. No, that's good.
Progressing onwards with the help of Razz deflecting from above and you two just pushing through, now rejuvenated with the fear of possible death by leeching. You press on and quicker than expected climb up onto the hard stone shore and kind of fall flat back on your back, fall flat on your backs panting heavily. No more leeches upon you. And as
Oh,
you
thank
flit
God.
above them, here on the shore, you can see behind you that there is an open door. And you can't hear a cat spazzing in the background.
It's the sporeling, letting us know that's where we have to go.
That
It's the
is
sporeling, yep.
Oriana as she's dodging leeches.
There we go. There we go. And an open door behind torchlight.
You think that's where our good old boy Dante went?
Oh, where's our little friend?
Oh, there he is.
Hopping in the doorway.
Okay,
All
yeah,
right.
that seems like that's where we need to go.
Let's go then.
Oh, this roll is really wet now. All right. Okay, it's not great.
I did save some more, but it's also probably pretty damp. And I'll hand over, I don't know, a sausage or something.
I mean, sausage is fine. Okay, and I eat it. What sausage is fine?
You follow the sporeling into the hallway, and you enter into behind this door. Belle and Razz, you recognize this stonework. Nicely shaped, perfectly fitted stone blocks with a border along the top of this hallway that is just an emboss of what seems to be a swirling serpent going down. And you realize this seems to be similar stonework and masonry to the crypt from before. Oh no. No lights, no sign of Variedawnt, just a sporeling proudly walking down this hallway that's bumped out to about 5 feet wide by 10 feet tall. The walls are plain opposed to the embossing on the top. And it seems to just be a hallway that descends into darkness in front of you. Following. You follow for about another 15, 20 minutes. And then you hear the sound of chitter chatter. Chittering, chattering. Chittering, chattering. And you hear... Is this one? That wasn't the right sound. But the small magical shimmer of Sparkets. Hey Variedawnt, I need you to roll something for me. I just need you to roll a strength reaction roll for me.
Strength. Okay.
You know that thing that you're all very good at?
Oh, okay.
So good.
So good.
So good.
A 9 and an 8 is
17.
17 minus 1, so 16.
16.
You hear the sound of Sparkets, the chitter chatter and shimmer of Sparkets. And you also hear the of ghost punches.
Oh, okay, thank God.
As you charge around a corner and there's a small kind of antechamber. And in this antechamber you see the glowing, shifting form of Variedawnt, who is apparently fighting about 10 Sparkets.
Oh
boy.
shit.
As in this room behind there is this antechamber is 10 feet wide by 15 feet tall, but the 15 feet is at the peak of kind of a archway. In the walls there are alcoves that hold statues of various forms. Oriana, you recognize the forms from the drawing you saw earlier, each in a different
Oh, from the
pose.
family portrait?
Exactly. One, a younger man with folded locks and tight beard. each a visual representation of what you saw before. And to those of you who didn't see, it just seems more old statues. A classic thing to find deep underneath the earth in a hidden chamber. But
Oh
what
yeah, did
stands
Belle ever
out-
see that statue in the crypt? Because there was a statue that they made an offering to curse.
I don't think
That
it was.
right?
It wasn't a
We're
statue.
not,
There
like,
was
Okay.
yeah, there was like a little like janky altar that the Sparkets
Got
had
it.
made behind.
Never mind.
Yeah, it was like
Never
tucked
mind.
behind
Yeah.
the
Crypts.
yeah.
Got it. For a moment, I thought it was a statue, but it's just an
However-
altar. Okay, good.
In this room, Razz, you are reminded of that altar as behind Variedawnt, kind of blocking what looks to be a large stone double door, is it looks to be as if furniture and stone that is broken have been all dragged to the spot and built into a tall stone table. And on that stone table are trinkets and feathers, so many feathers, but it seems as if the tip of the feathers have been either burned to become blackened or dipped in some sort of either ink or tar to make the tips of each of these feathers look black. Fire, small candles ring the bottom of this makeshift stone table, and behind it on the walls, you see just writing. Scribbles, mad scrawlings of charcoal that are in the language that is on the book on Oriana's hip. Just scrawled on the wall, and you can see it's not hard to tell that there is a pattern to the writing, as if it's something the same written over and over again, just sprawled across the entirety of this 10-foot wide back wall behind this altar that is casting this eerie glow with the candles around it and the feathers. And the Sparkets are just attacking Variedawnt. One singular Sparket, a bit
Shit.
taller than the rest, is standing hind legs, feathers tied around its waist like a skirt, and 2 feathers sticking straight up out of his head. And on the very center of his fur, it seems as if an eye has been drawn.
Oh my god.
And you see it look up towards you as the 3 of you walk in and go, and you hear it say,
More intruders. Get them, brothers. We cannot let them stop us yet.
and we don't have initiative in this game,
Ugh.
Ah!
but let us delve into combat.
Seeing
Oh my
Variedawnt
god.
already mid-fight, Razz is flying in. And
Yeah, Belle would start running in and be like, Dante, what the hell did you get yourself into?
And we will start with the scene of you guys as you guys
Okay.
charge in. The spotlight is on you to begin with. As Belle, you charge in, asking Variedawnt what's happening. Variedawnt,
Okay.
up until this point, you wandered into the hallway, followed your little sporeling,
Mhm.
and you walked into a scene. That Sparket that called out and told the others to fight your 3 friends who have just wandered in was originally standing on top of this makeshift wooden stone table with the others in front, kind of sitting like normal rabbits, just in a semicircle around this main one. And you heard him saying words like,
The quill has been taken. We must garner its power back. We will not be stunted in our acceleration. We were once prey. We will rise to the predator.
kind of murmurs of chirps of and chitters of agreement from the ones below.
We were blessed with sentience from the quill. The author guides us to glory. We will take what is ours.
and it was about this point where they noticed it. He noticed you, looked up,
Okay.
and sucked and sicked these the other sparkets on you. Luckily, you've been holding them off quite well with
Okay.
that roll you did earlier. No damage taken, no
Good,
no damage
good.
taken, no stress gained. But
Sure.
you were starting to feel very tired because you've been at this for a bit. As your free friends come in, Belle cries out, "What is going on?"
What the hell is all of this?
I was just like, oh, cool. Help's arrived. Looks like you guys are still going to be prey. And it's like, yeah, weird rabbit cult.
All right. Well, it's not over with them yet, I see. Fuck. All right. Fuck. So, does everybody see the writings on the wall and like these offerings on these?
Yeah. Oh, it's
Altars and
very
stuff?
hard to miss.
Okay.
It is
All
like
right.
it is essentially a completely pitch black room. The only light in this room is Variedawnt, and then the lights from the candles, which are essentially dramatically lighting the back wall in heavily exaggerated shadows, and then the writing is a mixture of like charcoal and mud, and it's just these big hash mark. It's like it is the language that Oriana has in her book, but it's like chicken scratch of it, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly,
there's-
this would look so cool in like a picture.
Yeah. But
And then-
yeah, I can imagine it. Mm-hmm.
With the spark and the sparket, the main sparket with the skirt of feathers is kind of silhouetted on top with because of the candles around, and is just barking orders to the sparkets in front of him with a mixture of a language you understand and then hypothetically the sparket language.
Interesting. All right. And then the other feathers, I'm just curious. They like have been dyed and inked, but they're like, are they just feathers? Are they like at like the altar, like to try and like
They are
recreate
they are
will
on
or,
the
like,
altar.
okay.
They're on the
Oh, okay.
altar with the tips of each, like not the feather tip, but the bottom.
Oh, the
Bottom
point
tip.
tip.
The point
The
tip.
point tip.
The
As
shaft.
if
point tip.
it was, as if it was like dipped in ink to like,
Exactly.
okay.
Got it.
Exactly,
Got
yes.
it. Okay.
I imagined it's like they're like how everyone wears a cross. It's
Mm.
like, yeah, it's their religious icon of the quill.
Okay. All right. Well, I really want. How far away is the main boss compared to the other Sparkettes between us? Like, how far away?
The room itself is about 20 feet long.
Okay.
But you are probably like 15 feet away
Okay.
if you're at the entrance.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Um,
I
And Variedawnt is
mean,
melee range.
okay, gotcha. Yeah, because what I really want to do, if someone wants to help with the team up, I want to like dart through them and try to tackle this boss as well as maybe like get rid of all the feathers on the altar or something. Like
That's a
whip
lot
and
to
like
do at
restrain him.
once.
Yeah.
If you guys wish to spend 3 hope and do a team up attack,
I have 6 hope. I can do. I
will team up with you, Belle, if
Okay.
you take on the boss and I can handle the feathers.
Yeah.
and all.
Yeah. I'll try to take on the boss. You take on the feathers. So yeah, I will initiate that team up. So
Okay.
I'll spend 2 hope because I have a whole bunch of hope.
I can also spend one.
yeah. So
Yeah,
you
you can
spend
spend
2, you spend
one.
1.
Mm-hmm. You're full and hope. Okay. Yeah.
And what would you like to do with your team up
So
attack?
it's
Oh, okay.
flying, bobbing, and weaving to get as close as humanly possible and kind of like leading Belle through. I'm actually going to be marking a stress as well because when flying, I can mark a stress to add +2 to my evasion. So my evasion is now at 15.5.
Wow.
What is your evasion?
I love it.
What is your evasion at?
15.5.
Okay.
Nice.
Fantastic.
I love it.
So means
I-
it doesn't beat it because we discussed
Mhm.
this at one point. For me.
Yeah.
Beats it.
Yeah.
No means it doesn't beat it with my evasion.
Oh, right, with your evasion.
Because I have that like extra bump.
Right.
That is quite
Yeah.
The 0.5.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
why
no,
it's weird. There typically isn't 0.5. This is a discussion we have with the GM about mechanics.
Yeah, no, I'm bobbing and weaving along with Razz to try to get to this boss, and the only thing I can think of is to like either tackle it or with like wrap it around and grasp it in my arms so it doesn't go away. I know I have my whip, but that's only a +1. So I don't know what would be if it's better to have a whip to try and restrain it that way, or if I can just wrap my arms around him like kind of like a football tackle.
Well, a
like
whip
tackle
would
him off the
either
altar.
a whip would use your presence, and a tackle would use your strength.
It is
Yeah, I have a -1 with strength. That's the thing. So okay.
So you could use your whip instead.
Yeah, so I think I will use my whip to try and like wrap around him and like restrain as best as possible. That's my main priority and goal. I want to restrain him and whip use the whip to restrain him and like pull him towards me so I can hold on to him and he doesn't go anywhere. That's kind of what I'm thinking. And I don't think I have anything I can do to help. Yeah, because I'm not really using magic. Yeah.
Definitely.
No,
No, definitely. So it would be with the team up. It would be you both roll your rolls, and then you pick the higher, and you both get the benefits of both of the higher one.
Okay.
So you can roll with your
Alright.
presence +1, and then Razz, what are you doing as
I'm
Belle is charging?
flying in full speed, bobbing and weaving, turning and kicking one of the candles on the altar to tip it, set all the feathers.
Hey, that's really good. That's a good idea.
Okay. So I feel like that would be a agility attack for you.
Okay,
That's
so
what I was
presence.
hoping.
It's okay, so presence. Okay, come on. That's a crit. That's a crit. 2 4s.
2 2s.
So a double crit.
Dang.
Both
I don't
crit?
know how to do that. Well, we just pick one. We just pick one. So
yeah, we picked
oh
one.
wait,
We
which
didn't have a thing
which
for
okay,
crits.
so
I
which
team up
It's a
crit. I
crit.
wrote it
wait,
down.
right. I was like, which one was Hope and which one was Sarah? It's a crit.
I think we said
My
it was
brain.
just, like, Mark
Oh, it also
III.
gets rid of one of
Double
my stresses,
crit.
so I just took one.
Madness.
And I get rid of all my
Madness.
stress too. Fuck.
Yeah.
This is the first time I've had a stress.
Stressful.
I can't believe I rolled a crit. Fuck.
Amazing. What you
I
guys
think we said it was
instantly.
like just an auto 3 hit points or something.
No,
for-
it was like an
Oh, that was like
auto
attack.
severe damage. Yeah.
Yeah, auto severe
remember.
damage. Yeah. So roll your roll your damage.
Uh-huh.
Because it's crunchy crits, so it's all the damage you can do plus what you roll.
Okay.
So both of you, you're not really doing damage. Roll a d6 for me.
Yeah. Like my main thing is to restrain, but I will add the damage on top of it happily.
Oh yeah.
Happily.
The damage is
Okay.
more like size difference. Like you weren't holding back in your attempt to tackle him or to like restrain him, so it's damage, which is fine.
Yeah, okay. So that's a 1d6 is the top of it. So I get to add another d6 on top of that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a 5, so that's 11.
Nice. You guys charge through. Razz, you flying down low, you kind of scatter the main group of Sparkets with the shimmer of your wings and just this sudden insurgence of an outside force with such speed and acridity through the Sparkets. As Belle, you use that space formed by Razz to barrel through, take out your whip, and lash out towards the Sparket on the table, wrapping him up and then kind of rotating around the table to pull him down to the ground as the candle's knocked over and the flame spreads, catching some of the feathers cast into the air from the updraft of the flames. As the ground catches a little bit, the various trinkets and scattered just debris from this pseudo nest of a Sparket catching on fire. As the
Oh no, you better get that fire put out, darlings.
Now I kind of want to watch it burn. What do you think, Razz?
Kind of like targeting the Sparkets with that comment.
Yeah,
Oh
exactly.
no.
Oh no.
I'm gonna use fear
There we go.
to force it to be my turn.
Yep, there we go. I knew it.
So there's 2 fear gone for me. As I'm
use that
going to
fear.
use 1 fear to make it my turn, and the second fear to
Kitty.
have the main Sparket, now restrained by Belle, cry out. Go, to me, brethren!
Uh-oh.
And he starts kind of his static starts going across the floor and connecting to the other Sparkets around. However, as he cries out, it is sadly in vain, as the fire hold on, let me actually roll for that. As the fire spreads and scares and essentially scares the Sparkets to the point of resisting the call of their leader as they scatter, trying to get away from the fire. As the fire spreads and creates not a wall for you guys, because you're tall enough to, or can fly above it, but tall enough for the Sparkets to not want to try to trespass through. The fire's not going to last very long, as it doesn't have much kindling. But for the moment, you have sequestered the the main Sparket away from its subjects, which does end my turn, because that's all he could do, and it failed. So
Good job, Razz. Good job.
The spotlight shifts back to you all.
Oh yeah, Oriana, Dante, do something.
I'm going to take some of that flame.
Yes.
And run up towards some of the smaller Sparkets that are around Variedawnt, and kind of like scoop the flame up as I run past and almost push it at them and cast Wild Flame.
Hell yeah!
And I can do it. It says against up to 3 adversaries within melee range.
Oh, absolutely.
So I basically like catch my hands on fire and then grab them with it.
Yes! It's like you have fire hands. I love it.
Yeah. So do I make it, if I'm doing it for 3 of them, do I make 3 separate rolls? It's kind of unclear.
Make a spellcast roll against up to 3 enemies.
To 3. So it would be 1 against the 3.
I believe so, yeah.
Okay.
I think it's kind of like Wild Flame. It's kind of like you're casting it out, kind of.
Okay.
Maybe similar to like how Burning Hands works, where it kind of like is a cone, or you can just like grab and burn someone there. It's a little versatile.
Okay.
Make your spellcasting roll.
Oh, boo! Why am I so bad at spellcasting? That's a 10.
10
with
is enough.
Hope.
10 with hope, and it's
Take your
enough.
hope. You hit as the Sparkets are small and are not, while they're evasive, not as much as one would hope.
I also do take a stress because my hands are on fire.
Ah, yes. Oh, yes.
Oh, no.
That's fair.
That's fair.
Yeah.
So roll for damage. Roll your 2d6.
Okay. That's 2d6. That is 6 damage.
6 damage. Amazing. You charge up and scooping the fire from what Razz made and casting it and bending it to your own will. 3 of the Sparkets kind of singe, and you notice that they go to move, but it's almost as if their body isn't moving as they expect it to. It's like you see their heads twist and like their legs kick, but it's almost as if their bodies aren't as fast as they once were, and they get caught in the flame, get singed and burned, scatter, and dash into some of the side holes. Anything else you would like to do?
Yeah.
Side holes, like there's sprocket holes?
There are sprocket holes in the wall.
There are sprocket holes. Oh my god.
Okay.
Okay.
Just had
Yeah.
to make that clear.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything else that
Yeah.
I really want to do at the
Yeah.
Is
moment.
there anything else that anybody else want to do? Because Belle does have something she wants to do.
I'm
Yeah,
just
Dante, go.
going to attack one.
Absolutely.
Yeah, go. Go. Do it.
So I'm gonna use my what is this? My Crimson Right Blood Hunter feature to boost my attacks.
Oh, nice.
Point.
Good.
So
Good,
mark a
good,
hit
good, good,
point
good.
to enchant one of your active weapons until the finish of your next rest. Oh, so that stays for until you sleep.
Yep.
Hell
And then
yeah.
I am going to attack one of the spark because Belle has the leader restrained.
I have the main one restrained. There's
Okay.
something I'm gonna want to do
Yeah.
if it gets to my
I
turn.
am just going to try and grab the nearest one by the ears and just slam it on the ground.
All right, roll to attack.
Nice.
What do I add to this? Okay.
You got this. You got this.
Damage now.
You got this.
Okay. So that was 2 6s again.
Hey!
Nice.
Another crit! Hell
What?
yeah!
So this is gonna hurt.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so it's crunchy crits. When
Crunchy
she's,
crits, so max damage. So are you using? Yeah, you're using your glow rings to do this.
Uh-huh.
So
And with the Crimson Right, that's a D10 plus a D6.
okay,
Oh.
So that's 16
right off the
16
bat.
already.
plus another. God, yeah, my character's stupid when it comes to fighting.
No, it's great.
Well, at the cost of his own life, though. So
Yeah,
It's true. Yeah.
plus another 12.
12.
Wow.
Wow. So 28.
28.
Yeah, I just one is just trying to run past me. I grab it by its ear and just like overhead slams. Like, you're not going nowhere.
Jeez.
Hmm.
Makes my little
Was that with
6
Hope or Fear?
damage seem very silly.
What?
Was that with hope or fear?
Crit.
Oh, right.
It's a
Oh,
crit. It's a crit. Yeah.
Stupid. Clear your stress.
Yeah, I looked at my dice, so like when you said that, I was like, wait, hold on.
I've done that so many times with crits. I'm like, well, which one's hope and fear? Like, I gotta get something out of it.
Yeah,
No.
but
No.
Yeah, no.
Also,
So-
just a point of order before I
Mm.
forget. I have as a wizard class feature a thing called Strange Patterns, where you choose a number between 1 and 12, and then if you roll that number, you can either gain a hope or clear a stress. And the number that I have on right now is 1, and one of my duality die was 1, so that stress that I gained,
Hey.
I cleared it.
Fantastic.
Hey, good job.
That's the first time I've used that. Because I keep forgetting.
Mhm.
It's too many things.
So many things.
So many things.
I'm gonna say with that crit and that just egregious amount of damage,
That's a lot.
the spark it is very much no more. But
That's fair.
you also instantly mark a stress.
Okay.
How many stress do you have? Do you have a lot of stress? No. Okay. You instantly mark a stress, and as you essentially ghost punch the spark it into oblivion, an image flashes through your brain of I'll give you a choice.
Okay.
Since that's how the special ability works.
All right.
With your death connection ability, which instantly activated as you just obliterated this creature, do you want past? Do you want past, present, or future?
Ooh. Future. I want to know what these guys were planning.
Okay.
Oh no.
You get an image of the Sparkit with the skirt essentially preaching about the rise of the next of the sentience, blessed by the author.
Okay. So they want to be the next high-powered sentient beings. Got it.
And then obliterated.
Yeah,
I
that's
did also
definitely
roll
not
a
happening.
1. Because I just rolled a reaction roll of the General Sparkets to seeing one of their brothers just be splatted instantly. As you look up, kind of your eyes clear from this, you look around and about 3/4 of the Sparkets have scattered, disappeared into their holes. The ones that remain are kind of like looking at the splat on the ground and then like looking towards Oriana, and then
Hands
hearing
on fire.
Razz, their leader crying from the other side of the flames with where Razz and Belle are. Belle,
Yeah.
you said you had something you would like to do with the leader.
Yeah, I basically just want to turn down that and just say, just shut the hell up, and either like wrap the whip around his mouth so he can't speak, or I can use my pin to bonk him unconscious. That's what I want to do.
Okay.
Whatever, it's probably will be better to move the whip to cover.
Would you rather him be unconscious or would you rather him be muffled?
I want him unconscious, man. He's getting on my nerves.
I'm going to say at this point, that is easy enough to do.
Okay.
As you have him fully restrained, the Sparkets that are left are very much not want to be here. And essentially all Oriana and Variedawnt would have to do is essentially go like, huh, like try to scare them.
Yeah.
Like that little like chest puff towards the already
Like-
scared things, and they scatter off. And you,
What?
especially once they hear
Oriana just hisses.
between the Oriana, you hiss, and then this voice of the leader suddenly goes silent as Belle bonks him on the head. And that is enough to make the remaining Sparkets just peace out. Like, nope. In the end, they are but prey animals, and their fight or flight kicks in, and flight wins now that their leader is gone. Well, not gone, but is unconscious. They don't know that, though. And you are left in this eerily lit chamber. The flame now flickering, dying out a little, that the kindling is pittering out, but some of the candles still persist. The
I'm going to use prestidigitation to light the rest of the candles.
Okay.
So the room is a bit better
Oh.
illuminated.
Nice. Yeah, I think when unconscious,
I kind of like, because I've still got some flames like left on my fingers, I just kind of like, and they go like the little cat thing, like,
Yeah,
and the flames just kind of fall onto where the candles are.
Yeah,
They
no, I
drift
love
and
it.
find all
Awesome.
the available wicks in the room, and you actually see they drift over to the statues in the alcoves. And now that the situation's calmed down a little bit, you notice that each of these little statues is holding their own individual light source of some sort. Some a lantern, another, or have a light source somewhere in their depiction, either a small little light behind them that once lit is casting like as if it was light needed to read a book that one of them is holding. Another holds a lantern and is peering out into the distance. Each of these statues seem to have some sort of light source built into them as the room brightens into a well-lit room, essentially. No, there's still the shadows are still pretty shifting just because it is still poignant light spots around, but no disadvantage or anything on investigation checks in the room, as you now see that it is essentially just the alcoves, the statues, and then the double door behind the makeshift altar in the room. There's a few like little like rat's nests around of sparket trinkets, but
Yeah, I think quickly after knocked unconscious, Belle would wrap the whip around the mouth tighter, so that way he doesn't speak or like have some makeshift taped or something. It's like, what can we put the little fucker in so that way he doesn't escape? Do I find like
I
any?
have some rope or something I usually do in one of my pockets.
Yeah, no, we did collect that rope back. I mean, I got my whip wrapped around him, so extra rope might be helpful.
I'll hand over the rope and then immediately go to where the writing is on the wall and start copying it down.
Yeah, I was about to ask, do we want to keep that up there, or do we want to get rid of it as she's tying the rope around the spark kit?
Might
Let me just
be-
make sure I get it all down.
I was thinking it might be useful to have it there. So, Erdney? That's the teacher's name, right?
Ernie, yeah, Ernie.
Yeah. Sorry, player can't remember shit.
You're good.
Yeah, it might be useful for Erdney to be able to check this out. I did kind of mention to him in my solo interview that the Sparkets were kind of worshiping the author, so yeah, you might want to see more evidence.
I mean, I guess, but I mean, do you think they're going to just choose another leader after we, as I dangle it on the rope, we turn this in to Ernie and Finstrel?
Yeah, but I mean, I'm sure he'll make this a point of priority come rushing down here. Actually, can I turn to the little sporeling? Like, hey,
Oh yeah, where's that sporeling gone?
Oh, we've got 2 of them, right?
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
there was
yeah, we
one
do have
with
2 of them
Barry,
now.
and then the one
Were
that
they hiding somewhere while we fought?
Veridawnt.
Let us, as a little form of gratitude, I'd love to just give him a little kiss on the cap.
As you search out the ones that led you down seems to be hiding kind of by the entrance. And Variedawnt, the one that led you, kind of pops out of one of your bandolier pockets.
Good job, little buddy.
Go over and Razz goes over and gives a little peck on top. But it's just like has its tiny little pinpricks are like big. It's like
yeah, it's a lot going on here. But can you tell? Okay. What's the cook's name? Was that Gray?
Gray.
Yeah.
Grayman.
Can you tell Grayman to mind link with you to look at this and then send Erdney down here, please?
Please.
Is that not okay to do?
They're not supposed to be down here. The one that came with us seemed very
hesitant. That's right.
Yeah, like he didn't want to get in trouble.
All
If
right,
they
well,
ask, I tripped, hit the secret button, and then explored down here. You tried to stop me, but I was saying, let's go.
we did miss you missing after dinner, so we went to find you and we found an open cavern somewhere.
Oh, I might have another sausage in my pocket. Hold on. You hungry?
I think it's dried up now, and now it's hot because of the flame. I should have waited.
Yeah. Freshly cooked.
Yeah. All right. I think main thing is, how the fuck do we get out of here? Little spoilings, dear. Do you think you can at least get us out of here so then we can find Erdney and inform the situation?
Variedawnt, make a presence check with disadvantage on the trying to convince them to contact Grayman. Belle, make a presence check just straight with a rarity
Presence
this
check.
month.
Yep. I'm gonna add my disarming presence because why not? So that'll make it a +3.
Okay.
Then, I rolled with a crit, so it's a +3. So
Oh,
presence.
stupid disadvantage.
Oh no.
So that's a 4 with hope.
Oh no. At least it's
That
with
Take your
hope.
hope.
That is that's an 18, but it's with fear.
Okay. I'll take that fear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I rolled max on the disadvantage. I was like, oh.
I know that's what happened with me when I had the almost 0, but then I forgot that I added a +1, so that's how it made it a 1 instead of a 0.
Variedawnt, as you request to contact Grayman, the sporeling very adamantly shakes his head and kind of like hides back in your bandolier pocket. While Belle, you approach the one that Razz is with and asks for a way out. And kind of walks forward, walks over, looks at one of the statues, turns around, walks over to another one, and he eventually stops at the statue of... He eventually stops in front of a statue that was the one holding the book, where the candle lit up behind, kind of illuminating the book. And he kind of like leaps up, the sporeling like leaps up to the bottom plateau and then just kind of like jumping, trying to jump up towards the book, but being far too short to get there.
Here. Do you mind? I can help. All right. If he allows, I grab as I'm still holding on the other one and just gently lift, put him on the book, and very, very quickly. How many of these statues are in here?
There are 5.
5, I presume. Yep.
Do any of them look familiar to me based on what I saw in my vision earlier
Make
tonight?
a knowledge check for me.
Okay. I have to ask.
Of course.
That almost was a crit, but I will say that's an 8, but it's with hope. That's fine. It's okay. There's a lot that's happened.
Hey,
It
with
makes
hope,
sense
take
if she does.
Looking around, the old man definitely isn't here.
Okay.
And no one here is the same age as the guy you saw. These are all humanoids. They do seem familiar. Like they do still have those slightly elongated features, not as dramatic as in the vision you saw. This one is more like kind of more how classically elves are depicted, where they just have more like slender and extended features and are like fairly graceful. So no, nothing you recognize.
Okay. Developing theories in Chelsea brain, but we'll believe the sporeling and put it on the book to help him.
The sporeling goes over to the top of one of the corners of the pages and kind of like peels back the storm page and turns the page, at which point the statue delves back into the alcove it's in, turns, and almost like a black room door, shifts and rotates into a opening into another hallway that seems to be going up.
All right. Thank you. Much appreciated.
That's very helpful. I would like to go and look at the book and see if there's any writing in the book on the statue.
Absolutely.
How big are the statues?
The statues are life size. So they stand about. They pretty much take up the entirety of the wall. The tallest one
never mind.
being 10 feet tall.
Never
Oh
mind.
shit. Yeah.
Ooh.
Belle's like 5'8", but she's still got room to grow. 5'8", 5'9". So like half her height. Okay.
The book doesn't seem to have any writing in it. It would just be blank pages, unfortunately.
Would I be able to tell based on knowledge, reading, looking at that book earlier, which god the statue of the book might depict?
I'll make either a knowledge or a presence. Knowledge or an instinct roll.
Okay, well that's gonna be knowledge. Would the well-read feature count for this? Do you think?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So take your advantage.
Okay. Yep.
From your lore-born community.
Yep. Okay, so that is with hope 19, 21, 24.
24 with hope. Deducing using...
This is what Oriana's good at.
That's true. Referencing what you know of the Inkpot gods and the image you saw earlier, and the fact that he's holding a book, you feel pretty certain that this is depicting Rois, the second-born, lover of the pen, writing, drawing, and script. And that is confirmed when you look down at the very base of the statue and see that draconic text at the bottom again. And you also realize It takes you a second when seeing the dragon text to realize that that is a confirmation of who this is. Because you've done some work with the dragon language at this point. You've probably figured out a letter here and there. Like you've deduced, you're like almost to the point where you just need a little bit more research to solidify that those symbols are exactly the letters that you think.
Mm-hmm.
So you kind of put to the text on the bottom of the statue the R, the O. It's the right amount of letters. You thought that letter was E, and if it is E, that would confirm it. At the bottom of the statue is the name Roas in the dragon language. And you have gained 4 more letters of the dragon language.
Ah. Oriana's just thrilled. I think I can read this word, maybe. Oh, so these statues of the gods, and I'm pretty sure this one's Roas.
The gods?
Yes, there's 5 of them, and she's like literally like writing and just like, if there's 5 of them, this one's Rose because it's got the book, and I thought that this was the right letter and it lines up with the other letters, and if that's so, then I actually know 4 letters for this language, which is 3 more than I knew 2 minutes ago.
Well, I mean, if the other statues also have a nameplate on them, would that not give you more letters?
Well,
Yeah,
maybe I
overlap. You already know the names of the gods. Place them in, find more letters.
That is very true, and I'm going to run around to look at all the other statues and write down those words and letters and stuff.
You write down the words and letters, and you realize that there's only one. Oh no, not even. That they all have an overlap of some sort. There's the first one you run to. The figure is holding a lantern and like has a very dramatic leaning forward, like looking out into the darkness with a lantern pose. And that one has 7 letters, 2 of which, the center 2, perfectly mimic the last 2 letters of Roas.
So that's probably Cassian.
I know I'm not a book smart person. There's someone else that's probably as smart as you are, probably smarter. I'm not a book smart person, but why are there statues of, if you say these are the gods, why are they here at the school? That's my concern.
Oh, well, I mean, this island was supposed to be some sort of like vacation home of the gods, right? Now, I don't know specifically why these statues are way down here by this lake in this random room, but
Yeah,
I'm
Babylon leeches.
Does make sense.
Yeah, but then the Sparkets have gotten their hands on.
Well, I mean, if it's a vacation home, would they want pictures of them or statues of themselves hidden away?
I mean, are they that vain?
Most gods are.
Yeah, probably.
I don't like that
Right.
look, Satara. I don't like that look.
Which in when it comes to the talk of gods has shifted a lot within the last 200 years since the gods disappeared. Because a world that once had gods that cared and loved the world and created it through their love of creation and art were replaced by what are known as the copia gods, which are the modern day gods, which are much more traditional, like god of the arcana, god of the blade, god of the bone, god of codex, things like that. And those gods are known to be vain and fickle because these gods became gods through their own means. essentially a void was left by the Inkpot gods, and these Copia gods, whether they were demon or fae or some high, powerful, ranking creature, filled the void and took the spot.
And this
The
was
following had the power and essentially exalted themselves to godhood, or were exalted to godhood by their followers.
Okay.
is this
So-
after the blot ended?
That's after
That
the
they
plot
took
ended.
cover?
Mhm.
Okay.
Exactly.
After
There
the
was
plot,
there
okay.
was about 25 years where there were no gods at all,
Oh,
and then these new
Mm.
gods started popping up.
okay.
All right.
Just trying to think how Variedawnt would react to this being
I
old
know.
enough to live through all of that.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
100%.
yeah. You got a lot to think about, buddy. But about a son. But yeah. As soon as we get the information, can we get the fuck out of here? So that way we can go to Airmeet and like.
I'm writing as fast as I can. This
Do
is
you need any help?
complicated language that's
Sorry, I apologize. Good thing
yes,
Lois
the,
in here,
the,
so
on
that
the
way they
walls a
can't-
bad example of it. That's not very. It's really stylistic and quite lovely to look at. But I'm writing as fast as I can.
Yeah. Razz,
And I'll
did you-
continue to go through and
Yeah.
write down, like match up the names with the depictions and
Yeah.
the statues.
Yeah,
And
Razz, didn't you do
get
like some rubbing
as
stuff?
many letters as I can.
You wouldn't know, or no, I guess you would. Oh,
Because
yeah,
you brought it out, yeah, and you at least shared that, yeah.
just the like one.
Yeah,
The one. Yeah. Do you think maybe there's
Yeah.
like one we can grab, I guess, or something? If not, then it's fine. I'm just
This
tossing
is
ideas.
etched and more drawn, so rubbing don't quite work with this.
Yeah, you could grab
Altar.
you could grab rubbings of like the inscriptions of the statues, but the writings on the
Okay.
wall is like charcoal and mud.
Is there,
Okay.
Is there
Alright.
anything left on the altar?
Make up a instinct check for me.
Yeah, could I double check that? I'm still holding this knocked out one as close to me as possible and making sure that his mouth is like shut so where he winks. But could I perceive along with Variedawnt?
You can either be
Okay.
each roll separately, or you can give Variedawnt advantage.
All right, how are you feeling? Do you want advantage or
Uh,
separately?
let's roll separately. It'll be it's
All right.
more
all right.
fun when everybody rolls.
All right, roll separately. All right. So that's instinct. So
Yep.
there's that. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. That is a 13 with fear.
Ooh, okay.
Fear.
Yeah, I got
Take
a
that fear.
16 with hope.
Yeah,
16 with
16
hope,
with
okay,
hope.
good.
13 with fear, 16 with hope. Variedawnt, as you walk up, Belle, you kind of follow behind, and this altar is just covered with like the few remaining feathers that didn't get scattered off, and then splatters of unknown material across the top in, we'll call it an almost ink splatter kind of pattern. Deep, rusty red, just splattered across the top. And Belle, you kind of get a little bit of a sick feeling in your stomach seeing the remnants of this. Variedawnt, with your 16 with hope, nothing catches your eye at first. But the stone slab that the top of this table is made out of seems to have an inscription in the bottom corner that's been kind of carved off. And it's in the same language that the rest of this room is. But it seems newer, fresher. It's not as smooth and weathered as the rest of it. It seems as if it has been, it's still old enough that you can't tell exactly like how fresh it is, but it's definitely newer than the carvings in the floor at the base of the statues.
Okay, but it wasn't something that the Sparkets
Yeah.
did recently. Okay. Well, and it's carved in.
Yeah.
You said okay.
It doesn't look like the Sparkets did it. It looks like it was like
Right.
A carving on the stone that the Sparkets stole, kind of,
Yeah.
from somewhere else in this area.
Oh, okay. So it's like another little slab.
Yeah, it's like the altar was made out of like dismantled furniture and stone slabs that had been broken and stolen from, hypothetically, the surrounding area, and dragged to this location.
How big is the slab I'm looking at?
About 3 feet wide by like 2 feet tall. It's
And
like it's like a
stone?
it's like the top main stone slab on top
Okay,
of this
never
makeshift table.
mind.
You
I was
can
gonna
try.
say I pick it up. Nope, that's gonna be a heavy bitch.
It would be.
Yeah.
There's maybe like 3.5 letters before it's broken off.
Oh, okay. It's like, I got some more letters here on this altar, I guess. Don't know if they're important at all.
Do they overlap with any of the letters of the names of the gods?
They do, indeed. The you get
Sorry.
the first letter you don't know, and then the second letter is E, and the third letter is R, and the half a letter looks like it could be either be the beginnings of a E or a C.
E or C. Okay.
So unknown letter, E, R, then an E or a C.
Which is like broken, so there could be more text after
There's-
that type of thing.
Exactly.
Yeah. There's could be more text, but we can't tell right now, unfortunately.
The looking at the writing scribbled on the wall, is
Mhm.
that you said it was the same thing repeated over and over again?
Mhm.
Can I work out what that might be given the letters that I now know?
Make a knowledge roll for me. Because there'll be some guesswork involved.
Can I use fast learner?
Absolutely.
I am going to use the wizard. Where is it? School of Knowledge. When you utilize an experience, you can mark a stress instead of spending a hope and double the modifier. So
Absolutely.
I'm going to do that. So that's +4, which means that is a 15 with hope.
Ooh.
15 with hope. Okay. Okay. It seems as if it's a 5-word sentence repeated over and over and over again.
You can send me a fill in the blank word puzzle if you need me to. If you need to make it easier.
Ooh.
That'd be
That might be fun.
Well, I've now got a list of I know all the vowels, so hey.
That's such an accomplishment.
That works. That's a
Yeah.
success. To have at least the vowels.
I have now a
kinda
list
big.
of letters. This is going to be every time we come across this writing, this is going to be me now.
No, I love it. Yeah. No, I'm just being personally worried that I don't want the Sparkette to wake up before we leave, because I don't want him to start calling out to his buddies again. Even though we've proven ourselves.
Yeah, we got him rabbit tied. It's fine.
Yeah, you
That's
got it
true.
tied up. And
Tied up.
probably
He's got the
gagged.
little thing.
Yeah.
All right. What you do notice is that the unknown letter from what Variedawnt showed you is also part of this sentence.
Okay.
So the sentence you have is unknown letter, E, space, unknown letter. Oh wait, no, not unknown letter. Sorry. Second word is unknown letter, UILL, space. The word is IS, space. Unknown letter, E, space K E unknown letter. Wait, I lied. Not unknown letter. You have that letter too. K-E-Y.
K-E-Y. That was gonna be my guess.
Okay.
All right. I think I know what this says.
What do you think it says?
I think it says the quill is the key.
The key to what?
That's a great question. Oh, there was something about a key. I heard the key, something about a key.
Wait, hold on. Did you
Did
say
I hear that or was that low?
That was
I'm trying to remember.
Low heard that,
That was
in.
low? Okay.
Low heard that
Yeah.
in.
In his dream.
Oh,
Yeah, in his dream.
Yeah, wait,
Okay.
hold on. Does Oriana say quill out loud?
Probably.
Quill, what do you mean quill? What the hell are you talking about?
Variedawnt will grab like one of the feathers from the altar, kind of dip it in the ink, like the key.
That's. I mean, those look like quills. And didn't that guy say something? The Spocket say something about a quill, or did I miss that? Misremember that. That's a great question that I think we need to talk about as a group.
Yeah, I think so. And Belle just kind of like does like a kind of a stare at you, Oriana. It's like,
And with that, you all eventually are led out of this underground room by the sporelings. You stay long enough to copy down all of the letters and are led through narrow climbing passages until you emerge in the woods surrounding the main area of Wyrmhold Academy, about 10 minutes away from the main field. And when you emerge, you were coming from the southwest side of the island, similar to where you came out before, actually, Belle, following George.
oh, great.
The exit
Is
you
it
exit
still the
from.
southwest?
Mhm.
Okay, I was like, yeah, the island moves, so does north move?
Oh, that's a very good
That's
question.
that's a good point.
That's
It doesn't turn.
Okay.
It's always oriented to north.
The orientation stays the
Mhm.
same.
The orientation says the same.
Yeah.
To make it all easier for all of us.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, I seem to know my way from here. That's where George and I went through. So, this way, everybody.
You exit out of a fallen tree, it seems. But the tree you exit from, while it's fallen and cracked in half, it seems to have almost petrified. The door shuts behind you and disappears.
Oh, well, that changes that plan. I was going to say we wandered that way.
Oriana, make a knowledge check for me.
Do I add anything to it, or
You can use Fast Learner if you wish.
Okay. That is a knowledge. You said 16 with fear.
16 with fear. You get worried at first that the door left and that you wouldn't be able to go back until you squint and you can see the slight flicker of an illusion over the door. And it seems as if the door was just covered with an illusion to make it look like the innards of this tree and not a passageway.
I think we can get back if we need to. And she'll kind of like touch it and show that like her hand kind of goes through part of it.
Ah. Nice. With the illusion magic, would I sense it with my arcane sense?
You would,
Just
actually.
curious. Okay. Oh, yeah. I can still sense some of that magic there, so yeah. We can come back. But
Variedawnt is very taken aback because what cast the illusion?
I
actually say
mean-
that out loud. Yeah.
Do you say that out loud?
Yeah, I'm just like, yeah. So what
Well,
cast that?
I imagine some illusions can be kind of like embedded into inanimate objects. Other kinds of magic can be too, like lighting effects or
With runes and things.
yes. So I imagine that somebody embedded that into that door at some point.
Which
A long
Variedawnt
time
you
ago.
would know quite well as an enchanter yourself.
Yeah. That actually makes sense. For some reason, I was thinking the Sparkets were casting.
Oh, it seems to be more part of the hallway and the door and everything to
That
me.
makes me feel better. Yes.
So
Yeah.
probably has been there.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, been there
Erdney,
really long time.
Talia, someone else on the staff.
The gods.
I
Oh,
honestly think that's
gods.
probably more likely in this case.
You know what? Honestly, no, that makes sense, even though. Oh, gods. All right, shall we head back before it gets way too
Yes.
late?
Yes, let's head back and maybe try to convene everyone in the dorm because I think we all need to have a chat.
Yeah,
Sure,
but
I gotta
first
stop
off,
by the kitchen first.
yeah,
Oh, yeah. My pockets are empty. I'm sorry. I only grabbed
Yeah.
a couple things.
no.
That's all right.
And also, I think I need to make a delivery personally to Erdney and just hold up the unconscious Sparket.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah. So, Erdney's
Yes.
office first, then
Yes.
food, then
Yeah,
reconvene?
that'd probably be a good idea so we don't
All right.
cause too much of a scene.
Yeah.
You all follow the path, wander across the open field until you get to the main thoroughfare that leads you to Wyrmhold Academy. Open the door, it is quiet. The academy is completely black except for that one blue light that remains on in Erdney's room. You open the door and head inside. And that is where we will end today's session. Pick up next time with the confrontation of Erdney. If you make it that far, maybe something will happen
Yeah.
before then.
What? No!
Who knows? Who knows? Things happen.
I don't know. Sparket, you better be asleep until we get there. Don't make me bonk you in the head with my whirling pin again.
Every like 2 minutes, we're just shake them. Like,
We
"Go
just
back,
shake
wake up,
him.
wake up."
Wake up. Back to sleep. Bonk.
Thank you all so much for joining us tonight as we delved into more stories here in Atramen and found out some more secrets. No classes today, but
Oh yeah.
definitely some more learning
Oh, yeah.
happened. We're going to dive into our ending soon screen and raid into someone. But first, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for being here and supporting us. Please take care of yourselves and be kind to yourselves and everyone around you. And we will see you in 2 weeks' time. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.